Giants fans, what is going on? Welcome to day 2 of the 2023 NFL draft coverage from New York Giants Rush. Look, we're coming off a hot day yesterday, right? We had one of the later picks, so bit of a blessing, bit of a curse, right? We have to wait all night for the pick to come in. We go to bed fresh with a new idea of what our secondary is going to look like. So we got a lot to talk about tonight. First of all, we got to talk about last night and recap. We got to talk about tonight as well, and we got to talk about our draft picks. Again, we got a little bit of time here before we have any picks noteworthy to talk about, but we're going to get right into it. For two things, Nikki and Dan, they're going to come in a little bit later. They're going to come in as soon as possible. Obviously, it's 6:30, still cutting a little bit close with work and everything like that, but wanted to get this kicked off early, and we got all the fans and guys that we interact with, so we're just going to get right on into it. So, Online Big Blue, what is going on, my friend?
Not much, man. You know what? It's the night of nights. It's the day after Christmas for Giants.
It's the day after Christmas, but here's the difference. Here's the difference, in my opinion, is the gifts keep coming. The problem is people turn off the TV and stop caring after the first round.
Well, you hope the gifts keep coming, and the problem is, I was at the draft party last night. We took some of our subscribers to the draft party. We took them back to the locker room. We met Daniel Jones, Wanda Robinson, Dana Bellinger. If you follow me on Twitter, you know all about that. And it was an interesting night. It was a fun night. It was a long night, and I think the shock of the night was the trade. Initially, nobody knew what the pick was, what the trade was, but then when you find out it was a 5th and a 7th, moving up one spot, and then you don't see any DBs taken afterwards, you understood that the Giants, and you saw the video with Wink, you saw the video with Shane, Wink giving him the bear hug. He really wanted Banks. He really did. I mean, it was a fit for the G-men. It's, like I said, in my mind, it's a good pick. It's a strong pick. But like I said, I think in a lot of ways it was a surprise pick because the crowd, the Jets picked first, of course. The crowd was very boisterous. When this Giant pick came in, not so much.
So let me ask you this then. I mean, what was the atmosphere like at the event, at the Meadowlands event, when the Giants select Deonte Banks? I mean, first of all, were people at the bathroom? Like, did people miss the trade? And then when they came in, was it surprising? People were like, oh, wait a second, we're drafting right now. I got to get out of line for the bathroom. I got to get my soda, whatever, and get back. I mean, what was that like? Because that's always a little bit of surprise when that happens.
The vibe was very, very subdued, and I thought that was very interesting. And I think a lot of people did miss the trade initially. The rumor was it was just a 7th rounder. And honestly, at that point at night, I mean, we had been there since 6 o'clock. When they were picking around 11 o'clock at night, and I think the crowd was just a little bit more sedated. But I think I think there was a difference of opinion. I know some people had Banks going some early 2nd round. Some people had him higher up on the draft board, and I think the crowd was looking for more of a it's draft night. You're standing outside for 6 hours. You want more of a splash. You want more of an energy. You want more of something that's gonna blow your socks off. And while I think a lot of people are, I would say now a little bit more mute to the pick, now understanding the pick. I mean, you got a guy. Yes, he played at Maryland. He played his freshman year mainly, missed his sophomore year because of COVID, was injured for all but 2 games his junior season. Then, of course, he played well his senior season. And he is a guy, like I said, if you watch his film, he's a big guy. There is an indication that he's either 6 foot or 6'2". It depends on what website you go to. But he's a true press cover corner. He's a guy that can play, he's a guy that will play in Wink's system. He reminds me a little bit of Marcus Peters, which is why I think Wink fell in love with him so much. He's a good tackler. He's a solid fundamental tackler. He's, like I said, he's not going to give you much in the zone right now, but he's a good press cover corner. And he is a guy that if you take a look, if you want to talk about anything that's maybe a little bit negative, he's susceptible to the double move. We saw that in college, but these are things that can be taught, and he could be taught out of. And I just think that if you're looking for a guy that's going to be your CB2, if you're looking for a guy that's going to play alongside of Dory Jackson, and maybe have someone coming up behind him like Cordell Flott, you fixed an issue with your secondary. But the question at the end of the day is going to be, yes, we fixed the secondary, but we still have issues in the interior line. Both guard positions. I'm not a big fan of Glowinski. Your center position still needs to be upgraded. So it's going to be real interesting to see what Shane rolls into
Yeah.
on day 2.
I agree. And I mean, look, I keep saying this. I mean, Maryland is a college football program that is generally pretty bad. What I always love is, seeing a player who contributed to the elevation of an otherwise pretty poor program. And that's what we're kind of getting here with Deonte Banks. I mean, they had a very good defense last year, and Banks' experience playing going back several years. I mean, he's very well versed in the game at this point. To me, I think he's going to be ready to step on the field pretty much day one. The only thing that might be a little bit of a holdback is technique. He's going to have to work on that a little bit. But anybody saying that the Giants walked away with a safe pick is incorrect. He's a very talented player. And I think what happened last night was, look, I mean, the receivers all went, right?
Yeah.
Then, the quarterbacks were starting to get depleted too. And for the Giants to assure themselves they get a legit day one starter at an impact position of need, this is what they had to do. And quite honestly, I don't think they gave up all that much for it too. I'm okay with it.
Well, then of course, Jacksonville made the second trade and got another 4th rounder. So I mean, it's they always say if you're going to move up, you move up to get your guy. I always use the analogy of Ernie Accorsi, who was with the Baltimore Colts when he was a rookie GM when John Elway was going to get drafted. And John Elway basically said he wasn't going to Baltimore. And of course, he was forced by ownership to trade the pick. And when he picked Eli Manning, the first thing he said to him, something he thought about it was, Eli Manning's my guy. I got to do everything to get him. So at this point in time, when you're picking 25, if this is Shane's guy, if this is Wink's guy, you have to do what you have to do. If you have a feeling that someone else is going to make that trade to jump up ahead of you. And I think that's what the Giants did. They jumped on their opportunity. They took their chance.
Exactly. And you know what? Again, we didn't really give up all that much for it. I mean, you can get a good player in the 5th round. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it happens. Tom Brady was taken the 6th round, but statistically speaking, that's generally where you get your special teams players for the next few years. So, it's the Giants will make it work. It's okay. We didn't give up serious draft capital to move up a spot to really enhance our secondary. So think about the value that we're getting here. All the fans that are worried about it, I engaged a lot of you on Twitter. We got a lot of value here. We didn't give up much. So just remember that. Look, I mean, because it's just you and me right now, until Nikki and Dan get on, we typically cycle through. Stay through as long as you want, but I'm going to bring on our next guest as well. And we can all just, kind of keep cycling through the talk. Ben, what's going on?
Hey, man, what's going on? Good to see you.
Not much. Welcome to the show. You got me, and then you got Online Big Blue, and we're happy to have you.
Thank you. Good to be here. Different draft this year, right, than last year. Totally different feel.
Well, I think there's a blessing and a curse, right? It's like we're so good that draft night's almost a little bit more boring, right? But the Giants still found a way to make it pretty exciting.
Yeah, no, it's great. Also, I'm more at peace. Last year, I was afraid they were going to take a corner when they ended up taking the 2 guys we all wanted them to take, which was a big relief. I now kind of trust them, and obviously, I think we needed a corner. I was actually a little worried if anything, they were going to force it and take an okay receiver or a center in the first round who didn't belong. Who didn't deserve to be picked in the first round. So I'm very happy. I mean, I don't know the difference between Banks and Porter, but I really do trust these guys. It's an area of need, and if he's good, obviously saves it's a lot less expensive than signing a big free agent corner, and also feeling good about the whole thing. And again, just hope they get good value and find guys who can play. I'm kind of hoping they get a kick returner or a punt returner somewhere in this draft. If that's
you don't want a Dory Jackson returning punts.
I do not. That didn't work out too well.
There's no Jason Sehorn.
No, I was just going to say a little. Reminded bad memories of Sehorn back there. No, I kind of want like a Dave Meggett, somebody probably the best we ever had, at least in my lifetime. Guy who can maybe contribute a little bit on offense, catch the ball, have a little package, but move the ball forward. And be a bit of a threat on special teams.
I agree with you. I think unfortunately though, the best pick to probably get your special teamer at in that regards may have been the 5th pick.
Maybe.
But again, I mean, not all that much to give up. Ben, there was a tweet that you had earlier. Look, we got a lot of time. Is it cool if we go off topic to the Giants? You had a tweet earlier, and I'm just kind of curious to hear your thoughts about it. I'm just going to bring it up real quick. I mean, it's always a little bit weird with what some teams do. You brought up one that was a really good point. What were your thoughts on what the Lions were doing last night?
I just didn't understand the pick. Again, I'm wrong. I mean, I say here that I thought the Eagles were crazy a few years ago when they took Hurts, and obviously that were. But it's just you want to get this guy could be a Hall of Famer. I mean, he could play for 10 years and be great, but they could have got him. They could have traded down and still gotten him. It just wasn't a good use of the pick. By the way, I didn't think it made sense of it for Atlanta to take the Texas running back who, sounds like Saquon, who everybody thinks is going to be a superstar. But again, we don't want to revisit it. I still don't think the Giants should have taken Saquon. It's just not. It doesn't make sense. You can find good running backs later. It's just you can't get a corner or a star receiver or a tackle. And, a team like Detroit, it's not like they need one. If the Eagles do it, maybe you can justify it. But a team that needs everything, I just can't see taking a running back that high. It's just not a good use of your assets. And again, no, not disparaging the player at all. I'm sure he's great, and hopefully he'll have a long career. But running backs simply don't play that long.
I think though Detroit, and I actually watched quite a bit of Detroit's games. I mean, if you take a look at the way their offense was structured early on in the season when they had the injuries, where they had the scoring, let's say explosion, and then they kind of dropped off into the desert. One of the things I think they were looking at in reference to having the ability also to have the chance to, I don't think he's going to come off the field. I think he's a guy. I think he's going to be a 3-down back. I think he's a guy that the Detroit understands. Yes, we have Goff, we have the offense, we have the wide receivers, but we also need to play control the clock.
The receivers are suspended, I think.
But. Well, yeah, they'll come back one day or another. But I think the idea in general is sometimes if you watch Detroit's games, they would score so quickly, and they would never have the opportunity to hold on to time of possession, which was to their detriment and, quite a number of their games, especially early on. And then, more towards the middle of the season.
Listen, I agree. And I think Detroit's had a good year last year. There's no reason they won't take a step forward and be a really good team this year. I think Goff is an underrated quarterback. I think they'll be terrific. And I have no reason to think this guy, he's from Alabama. I mean, there's no reason I think he won't be a terrific running back for them. I'm pretty sure though they could have gotten him later. And by the way, if not him, there are an awful lot of running backs that are going to still be taken in this draft. I just don't think it makes sense for a team that's still on the way up to take a running back that high. And it's in the 70s or the 80s, it was a different time. You simply you can't take running backs, and it's Saquon, who's coming off a great year and is in a tough situation now with his contract. Is the league does not pay running backs or value running backs, and part of it is they do get hurt, and secondly they don't have long careers. Whereas if you take an Andrew Thomas or a tackle, or you pencil him in probably for 12 years. That's and again, you're saving, not signing some free agent like Soldier who may, or in our case, didn't work out. It's just that's not when you hope not. Detroit is a team not unlike the Giants. They hope not to be in this position again. They hope not to be picking in the top 10 again. But when you're in the top 10, man, it seems to me you gotta find a guy who is gonna be there for 10 or 12 years and fill a more long and is more valued, frankly, than a running back.
I do feel you, because you look at a team like the Eagles. I mean, the bread and butter of the team, like the base of the team. And I don't like Big Blue. I know you live in the Philadelphia area, so you probably hate the Eagles by now as much as I do, right? But
I will say this about the Eagles. There's one good thing about the Eagles, and I always tell people this, that the holding cells in the Link are much nicer than they were in the Vet. So I think that is the nicest thing I could say about the Link, and that is probably the nicest thing that I could say about
we go to a road game every year. That's the only place I don't wear a hat or a jersey or it's not when we went to Philadelphia. I mean,
yeah, I
everywhere
grew up
else.
outside of Philly, and me and my dad. I mean, we never. My dad never considered it. Like he never said, "Hey, you know what? If we got tickets to go to the link, and we were closer there than the Meadowlands." But I mean, we wouldn't dare for the life of us to even consider that option. It's
yeah, no, it's yeah. I mean, you hear these stories at a hockey game or beating up a Marine or nasty people.
You know what? You know what's crazy?
It was a fairly likable team this year, even though they were the Eagles. But
I didn't really have a problem with the team itself, but like
yeah.
the one issue, I mean, the one serious thing down there that kind of caused you're always like, how do these people like? What are they doing here? Is there's a lot of people tailgating there at the games that don't actually go. Their buddies, their friends of friends are going to the game. They have the ticket, they have the parking pass, and then this other group, you go and you get obliterated, and then you go to the Xfinity Center afterwards, right? So that's why it's like. There always seems to be a surplus of hooligans down there at the.
Again, been to so many cities and seen games. I mean, usually go once a year to a road game, and people are so nice. You sit with them. I mean, I've been to New Orleans, Atlanta, Dallas, everywhere. You sit there. The people are so friendly and nice, and you wear your jersey. I mean, I've been to probably half the cities in the league. Philadelphia is the only one that where you don't feel welcome and actually feel a little, not safe. Frankly, if you wear your blue.
On that note, I do feel welcome, but guys, I got to jump off. I appreciate it. I appreciate you having me on. It was fun.
Online, man. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me on.
Take care. Go blue.
Dan, just you and me, man. I mean, I'm waiting through until Nikki gets here and whatnot, but feel free to stay on as.
Thank you. No, this is great. I had to. It's early. It was hard to get here. I left my daughter's softball game a little early.
Appreciate you coming through for that.
In order to do it. No, I love talking Giants. Love
totally. We always love your interaction too, because I mean, you're one of the guys that we engage with most. So it's always a blast. Always a blast.
Yeah. No, it's great. It is. And what a year this was, right? This was such a satisfying. Because I was a Jones believer all along. Just thought he needed to stay healthy, and I really found this whole year very, very, very satisfying and feel really good about the future. As I say, I trust the coach. I trust the front office. Really like the direction the team is going in. Yeah,
no, I couldn't agree more. And again, even with a pick like yesterday, they're solidifying the defense. I always feel like the defense is really the defense and offensive line is a foundation for building that good team, right? And then from there, everything else is relatively interchangeable. So quarterback, you got to get your franchise quarterback, but I always feel like you build these things first so that your quarterback's not coming on to a broken team, and
absolutely
like Derek Carr and it's like his brother David Carr.
Yeah,
I was like their careers are kind of messes for eternity because of it.
No, these quarterbacks, it's terrible. They go to these bad teams, and I mean it's such a crapshoot with these guys. I mean, again, this guy who's still sitting there. Could easily end up in a better situation, and it's true he'll make less money on his first contract. But the way quarterbacks are getting paid now, he could do just fine. And what you really just want to be in a decent situation with a good coach and a little bit of talent around you, and not get killed.
And what were you thinking for tonight then? I mean, what do you want next? Wide receiver?
I mean, obviously we want to get what it really is. And again, I trust these guys, is you don't want to force it. I mean, would we like a great receiver makes a difference, and is a game. But again, these guys I feel like we have some depth now at receiver. I really wouldn't push it if there's not a guy that they love there. If we could get I didn't think we should take a center in the first round, but second round when we're picking it seems like a good place to maybe get a center. And again, obviously we need linebackers, and listen, we could take another corner, we could take a safety. I feel fairly decent about that we have some guys who can compete at guard, and I'm not too worried about Evan Neal. I think he'll follow like Thomas and will be just fine. So I feel like we need to get a center. We probably need another running back. I don't know if Saquon's going to be there, but I feel like we could find one, not in the second round even. I would think third, fourth, fifth round. you can find a running back, and you get if you have a good line and you can throw the ball. Seems like, and you're well coached. Seems like that NFL teams just find production. And again, it's not that it's not that having a Ferrari for a running back isn't better than, but they can find someone who's more than serviceable. And it's also not the worst idea to have 2 or 3 guys, and because they get hurt and they break down. So I have no problem with them sharing the load. And I actually think Saquon will be back, because I don't know that this is his home. The Giants drafted him. It's New York. He'll make more money off I just don't know. I don't think the league values running backs. I don't know that he'll do any better anywhere else.
I try to wonder why that is. I mean, look, back in the day where the running game and the passing game was balanced, I mean, it was pretty fun to have that dynamic in football, but we're totally getting away from that. Yep. Look, it's not that the running back position isn't valued, but you just see the injuries that they go through, right? I mean, their careers are pretty short. We're talking about re-signing Saquon. I mean, he's already halfway done his career as a running back.
Absolutely.
And
he's had some serious injuries. And he breaks down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I always say that, if I had I'm not athletic enough to possibly have a son of this caliber, so it ain't going to work. But if you had a son that was athletic enough to play running back or cornerback, if they could literally play either position as good, you tell them to play cornerback now, that you have to play corner. Back in 1980, you say running back, no questions asked, right? So it
was a short career, but they were valued more, and they got more respect. And by the way, if they could stay on the field and get healthy for the day, they were getting paid. Because truthfully, teams still want to run the ball. And again, Saquon had a terrific year last year, and obviously he should have taken the contract the Giants offered him. In retrospect, that he was offered 3 years, and now he's sitting on 1.
Absolutely. Get him.
Hey, what's up? Sorry I was late. It was one of those days at work.
I think we're all having one of those days, Dan.
What's going on? How's it going, Ben?
It's good. How are you? Good to see you.
Good. Sorry for hopping in mid-convo. So what
Not
are
at
we
all.
guys,
Not at
what
all.
are we talking about?
Saquon.
The value of running backs.
Value of running backs. We could be
mamas
here all
don't
night,
let
Ben.
your babies grow up to be running backs.
Yes, I'm
in
with
this
you on
day
that.
and age. Really let them be a point guard or a cornerback or something else.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're that kind of athlete,
For
play
sure.
center field. There's better. Even be a receiver. I mean, better. Back in the day, running backs were valued more, and it's not that the running game's not important. It's just they're sort of treated like pieces of meat. It's, just lousy for them.
Yeah, absolutely. They get beaten throughout time, and it's kind of unfortunate that happens.
Absolutely.
So I don't know if you guys talked about it, but Ben, what are you looking forward to on day 2 tonight?
Again, I'm a big believer, and again, we have our quarterback. We have you really, and we trust these guys. You take the best player available. I mean, I always talk about. I mean, we're already past this point in the draft, but I think you guys are younger than I am. But I guess it was 83 or 84 when they took Carl Banks. The Giants did not need a linebacker, but you take the best player available, and they have a long career, and it isn't like we're obviously not taking a quarterback, and we're probably not taking a running back, but anything else, we could find a place for them if they could play. I mean, you saw. I don't think we're going to take a tight end in the second round, but if there's a guy they loved, I wouldn't be opposed to it. You really want guys who are going to be contribute. How many guys have the Giants had in the last 10 years? Who didn't even get a second contract offer or whatever.
All of them. There's pretty much all of them. I mean,
we want. So you want a good player. Obviously, we want a center. I guess we want a receiver. We need more guys in the secondary. We desperately need. Our linebackers were atrocious last year. I actually, by the end of the year, the Minnesota game and the way that with Jones playing, I have more in a lot of. And I think the offense, the offensive line is going to mature and keep getting better. I mean, I'm assuming Evan Neal's going to follow the same path as Andrew Thomas. We get a center. I think we have some guys who could maybe play guard. I have more confidence in the offense. I don't know that we have a great receiver, but I think we have guys who will catch the ball and could be okay, and we have a little depth. I'm surprised Sterling Shepard's still on the team. That's another one that I've sort of been harping on Twitter for a while. Is he's a good guy and make him a coach by all means, but there's not a possibility. I don't even think he'll make the team. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, but honestly, as much as we all love Shepard, it's probably not going to happen. He's like
he's that good a guy. Give him a job in the organization.
Yeah, he's going to be that guy. Nikki actually jokes that I'm the Sterling Shepard of New York Giants Rush. So
yeah,
that's my.
I haven't heard that one yet, Dan. That never came from me.
Yeah,
because he's never been healthy.
I'm basically the. Yeah, no, because he's always cheering on the sidelines and pumping everybody.
Seems like a great guy. Make him a coach. Make him, the Giants have had lots of guys who,
he's gonna. I'm calling
give
it
him
right
Charles
now.
Way's job or something.
Yeah, he's gonna be Jesse Armstead. He's gonna have
Jesse Armstead's still hanging around. I mean,
yeah, he's gonna be
find him a role. Put him on the radio. Put him on. I'm sure he could do lots of things. But if you can't stay healthy when you're 23, you're not going to stay healthy at 29 when you haven't played a full season in 5 years.
Right.
Yeah. It's just it's sort of a waste of a roster. It seems like a little bit of a. I don't understand it. But other than that, I kind of like the guys we have. I'm happy to get more of them. I never really thought Odell was a possibility. I
didn't know if Odell would be a much of a value add at this point. I
think on a good team, by the way, like the even before he got this latest injury, like he was good on the Rams. He wasn't their number one guy. I mean, he scored in the Super Bowl before he got hurt. If you don't expect much from him, but at this stage of his career, to expect him to be a number one receiver and play every game and that seems unlikely. But if you could pick your spots and have him healthy for the playoffs and be a threat, if you have a number one guy, he'll take some pressure off him. I think he could perform a function on a good team. And by the way, Baltimore's maybe. I mean, they're a smart organization. Maybe that's a good spot for him.
Yeah, I think it makes sense for him. And I never had anything against the guy, but it's like, look, I mean, you either add value or you don't. I really don't know if he's ever going to bring us back to where he was several years ago.
Yeah,
right?
Football, it's a young man's sport. He's better than, of course, a lot more expensive also in a salary cap. I mean, I think it's a salary cap sport. You have to make decisions. You have to put the money in on safer bets is what it really has to do with. So yeah, no, I didn't think it was, but I think that the receivers are actually okay.
Yeah,
are not going to be. Waller's going to help.
More to come, man. More to come. Hey, Ben, real quick, we're going to move on to the next guest here.
Sure. Thank you.
We do want to say thank you so much for
being here.
Thank
you for coming on. Sorry I was late.
Thanks. Not at all. All right, guys. Be well.
Right,
Go
Ben.
Giants. Take care.
Go Giants.
Dan, what is going on, my friend?
Much. I'm excited. I'm very excited. We got a fun, jam-packed show tonight.
We do. But we already got to bring right on to our next guest, and he is the man I look forward to most in the comment section every freaking week.
Cole, what's up, man?
What is going on?
What's happening, guys? How you doing?
Good. How's the vibes tonight? How are we feeling about night 2?
I'm optimistic. I think I like the pick they made on the first night. I'm fine with the corner. I know Giants Twitter was up in arms about giving up, but yeah, I'm due. I mean, they identified the guy that went up and got him, and I'm happy with it. I don't have a problem with it at all. I'm not by trade, so I'm not going to sleep over it.
Yeah, we gave up a 5th round pick and a 7th round pick, right? I mean, the statistical odds that anything was ever going to come out of it was nothing, right? I mean, people, of course, I said that, and then everyone's like, "Oh, Tom Brady," and it's like, okay, well, what? What's a standard versus what's an anomaly here? And the odds are the Giants would have probably gotten a special teamer on the team for 2 years, off by 2025, and we move on. So if we got ourselves a really good cornerback, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
I mean,
from the tape I saw on the guy, he looked good. I hope he works out. I think he's going to be good in Wink's system. He'll coach him up, and piece for us. But we'll see.
And what's funny is he actually played against the same competition that Joey Porter Jr. did at Penn State. They had the exact
Right.
same schedule pretty much. So, I mean, when they were going against Ohio State, I'd argue Banks had a better game, and that's a very challenging situation to play. Is Ohio State's receiving core in the Big Ten compared to other teams? I really do think the Giants walked away with a very, very valuable cornerback. Like, he's going to be a long-term guy. The only knock, we did the draft show, and you're always tuning in, so we appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
No problem.
When we did
Problem at all.
Deontay Banks, I mean, he was another guy where we were just like, man, he can really freaking play. The only downside was technique. That can be fixed. That's much easier to fix that. If it came back that he's slow, I don't know what all the Giants are going to do about that. You can't fix that. But he runs a 4.3, so that's certainly not going to be an issue.
No. I mean, the few times I saw him play, technique was a little small, but God, he's got, and he's big. Something I think we needed for, was he 6 foot, 6'1", something like that? Yeah. I think he's going to be great in the system.
I mean, the fact that Giants are walking away with such good athleticism for a guy.
And I didn't have a problem with them moving up the spot to get him either.
Yep.
No, you had to do what you got to do. Like always, Twitter is always just ready to get mad over the littlest things. And obviously, Mike had it today when he said that the 5th and 7th round picks are meaningless. Obviously, there's outliers, but more times than not, you're okay with giving those picks up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I commented on Mike's tweet when he put that out. I said, "Oh, you must be talking to fans when you said that."
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny, man. A lot of people didn't really quite get that sentiment. They just thought I was like disrespecting late round picks. Like, some guy retweeted it, and he's just like, "Oh, well, I'll have you know, you're an armchair quarterback for saying a comment like this." It's like, listen, man, correct, but you're not wrong. I am an armchair quarterback, but that comment wasn't directed towards late round draft picks. I wish I could be one. I just am saying to the Giants fans that are pouting that we lost a 5th round pick, 4th round pick, like, look, oh well, it's fine. If we got ourselves a great cornerback, who the hell cares?
Yeah. Right. Exactly. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. So people just have to have something to be upset about. That's just how they got to find something to get pissed off about. So what can you do? That's it.
I mean, all it is. But let me ask you something. While we have you, I mean, for the Giants' upcoming season, are there any matchups that you're looking forward to the most? I know it's a little off color from the draft, but
I'll be honest with you. I'm not looking forward to playing the Eagles twice a year now. They just seem to. I've never seen a team have the kind of luck that they have. It's ridiculous. Like, wasn't Roland at one time out the back door when Chip Kelly was their coach?
Right.
And now all of a sudden this guy seems to be
the funniest thing is I think the funniest thing is they changed up the second they passed up on Jefferson a couple years ago. The second after that happened, it seemed like everything went their way. It was just like the Eagles did the NFL a favor type of thing, and then they're on their merry way. Now they can't miss a draft pick now, and then they fleece every trade they make. It's just like, how do they do this? Or they find a way to manipulate the cap. I wish everybody was like. I wish the Giants were like that too. So I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, come on. Bounce our way one time. And they own us too, so that's the another annoying thing about it.
Yeah, dog player they can. Yeah, it's crazy, but I'm interested to see that matchup. I'm hoping, whatever we do, will level the playing field some more and put us in a better position, because we just can't seem to beat those guys for nothing.
All right, so the draft's
probably longer than a lot of people. So
So the draft's about to start, by the way. So the Pittsburgh Steelers have the first pick of the second round. They traded that last night. So who do you guys think they're gonna take? It would be fitting to take Joey Porter Jr., right? That we were all clamoring for that last night as the feel-good story.
Yeah.
Well, one of the feel-good stories, and Does Joey? I don't think Joey works for the Steelers anymore. Do you guys know? I don't think so because we used to see him on the sideline as one of the coaches.
He still must live in the Pittsburgh area because his son went there. He
Right.
went to North Allegheny, which is a public school outside of Pittsburgh.
Right. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah,
He
no,
might
that's
still
what I'm saying. We
there,
used to
not-
see
I'm
him
not
on the
sure about
sidelines
that
every
one.
week. So I know he probably was like an assistant linebacker coach or the linebacker coach because we saw him every week. So I don't know.
Right. What do you think
So-
Porter dropped? What's your idea?
See, I was
on
going to
that?
ask that. I that was very bizarre. There was obviously for whatever reason, beat guys were saying for whatever reason he was dropping. Maybe because of something in the medicals. I don't know if he was ever hurt. Do you know anything,
Mm,
Mike?
I don't know of any injury records to my knowledge.
Maybe bad interviews. I couldn't tell you.
I feel like it would be hard pressed for bad interviews because it's one of those things. It's like, he had a dad that played in the NFL, and I feel like
Right.
a 3-minute conversation,
Right.
his dad's like, this is what you say.
Right.
What I truly think it is with his playing
Right.
is, his man coverage was a little inconsistent, so I'm not too surprised he completely dropped to the second. But, if we go past, like, if he doesn't get picked in the first 10 picks tonight, then there's obviously like something there that we were completely missing. But I mean,
yeah,
he's
Right.
I don't know.
he's third on Daniel Jeremiah's best available board. Which channel are you watching? So we're all on the same page, Mike.
NFL. I can't stand
Okay.
ESPN.
All
I
right,
can't-
good,
I
good,
can't
good.
stand
All
ESPN.
right, good. I don't have to change that because I'm a big NFL guy too.
Their draft coverage is just. I mean, every year is like just pins in my eyes. The analysts.
Yeah,
they
it's
have,
bad.
Oh God Almighty, it's bad.
bad.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
and-
listening earlier to Booger and what's the other guy's name? I just lost his name.
What position did
Lewis
he play?
Riddick.
Oh, Riddick.
See
Okay.
Stroud being consistent. Yeah, what? Yeah. So
what do you?
those guys every day.
Then what are you hoping the Giants walk away with tonight? A receiver, offensive lineman. Like, what would you do if you had the next pick? And I'm sure BPA might, be a factor here, best player available. But is there any guys at those positions that you like still on the board?
I want to see him get a big, nasty, ugly center, some lineman to shore up the win in the trenches. That hasn't changed. As much as football has changed, you still got to be able to knock somebody off the ball and hit somebody in the mouth on occasion. So that's what I would like to see. It might be a
Yeah, I
reach
want
getting them
something
in the
smooth
second
right now.
round, but
Especially in the middle now that the Eagles, even though they're already there, but like they shored everything up like to that T. Obviously, you're not playing against them at all 17 weeks, but it's definitely important, especially protecting Daniel Jones, the big investment now. So I'm with you on that. Like I think I'll be ecstatic with an offensive lineman, interior guy, and a wide receiver going in 2 or 3, flip flop whichever way the wind blows with that, because there's plenty of wide receivers left. So
it always
what do
makes
you
a
guys
little
think
bit.
about?
Go ahead.
What do you think about the name I've been hearing floating around? Mims, hearing his name as a possible link to us. What do you guys think about that?
Dan, you can go first if you want to.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm gonna bring it to you, but I think he's one of the more guys that could probably play X in this draft. And the other the 2 wide receivers from Tennessee, obviously High is more of the deep threat, and then what's the other Tennessee wide receiver? His name is escaping me. Terrence, right? He wouldn't be a good option as well. And then the wide receiver from Ole Miss seems to be that gadget guy that they're all clamoring to be, that he could be like Debo and run it up the middle if you need it, or make trickery with Saquon and then like make creative plays for him and then just have a ball with him. So that would be fun. My friends who are big draft people as well, they mentioned that they could see him fall to the 3rd or 4th round. So that would be something we can get. Do you know why the wide
Really?
receiver from Ole Miss would be a third rounder, Mike?
The receiver from Ole Miss.
Yeah.
That would be a little surprising. I'm drawing a blank on the guy's name, but I don't expect him to fall. I mean, he was anticipated to go in the second round.
Okay.
I'll tell you who I like. I tell you who I like a wide receiver that's still
Go
on the
for
board. Josh Downs. I think.
Okay.
I think
From
he's
North Carolina.
Yep, exactly. I think he played the best out of the wide receivers that have still left. True number one, and does a great job, particularly in the red zone with North Carolina, and that's something that I feel like we just haven't had in so long.
All right, the pick's in. So if someone already saw it on Twitter, help us out like you did last night, Joe. Joe was like that. Oh, Jonathan Mingo. Thank you, Darius.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, man. Anything else you want to say to Giants?
And Cedric Tillman, Darius. I suck with names. Everybody's gonna know that tonight. But yeah. So the picks in. Who we thinking? Do they go Porter? Let's see.
You're ahead of me. Hey, real cold G.
Okay.
Just I got to move on to the next guest. But I just want to say thank you so much for coming through, man. We always appreciate you coming on.
All right.
Thanks, man. It's the first time talking to you. Thanks, Real.
Yeah, first time
problem.
talking to you. You're the
Appreciate
funniest
you guys
dude in
having me
town.
on.
I love it, man.
All right.
Thanks for support.
Be well, man.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Mal,
Mal.
what's going on?
Mal, what's up?
Nothing, just getting ready for the start of the second round.
So who do you think the Steelers are picking at 32?
I mean, I could see them going for Joey Porter Jr. I can.
Yeah.
I think it would make a little bit of sense. Just you're right. He's from the Pittsburgh area. Real quick, Mel. We're not. Dan, are you able to see her? I'm not able to see. On
No,
mine.
her screen's black.
Really?
There we go.
There you are.
What's
There
up?
she is.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
Mal, we have had you on plenty of times on the Rush Hour. It's great to have you on for this.
Yeah, it's nice to see you guys again.
Absolutely, nice to see you too. You were at the draft party last night, were you not?
I was. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's
I got
awesome.
to meet a lot of fans.
Alan Faneca is crazy that he lost that much weight.
Who?
Alan Faneca, who's about to do the Steelers.
Oh.
That's it. He used to be like 300 and 300 pounds. Now he's probably like 150.
Oh wow.
Jordy Pollard, let's go. That's cool.
Oh yeah, you're ahead of me, man. I can't even.
Sorry.
See.
All right, I gotta be good then.
All right, well, wait, we got a grand entrance right here.
Oh,
Please
here we
welcome
go.
Nikki, what is going on?
Nikki.
What's up?
TBD. Mal, talk a little bit more about last night, though. It was a fun time.
Yeah, no, it was fun. I got to meet a bunch of other Giants fans, so that was really cool. That was like my main goal of the night. I really wanted to meet everyone, really connect with more fans. So that was cool. I got to go into the locker room, which was really awesome. Hung out on the field all night. I got to meet actually some really cool Jet fans. So overall, the night was really good.
They have those?
Yeah, they do have those.
Wow. Oh no! All jokes aside, no
stadium for. I forgot about that. It's like, yeah, I guess we don't just own that stadium for draft night. We have to split it up.
Yeah, we do. And I saw the main 50-yard line entrance had all the Jet stuff.
Yeah, it did. It did. I was actually shocked. But it was pretty even with who came between the Giants and the Jets. But we all wound up at some point just kind of meshing together. Like at some point, I was at a table with Jet fans, and
Makes sense.
Yeah, it was cool. Everybody was cool.
Yeah.
They weren't happy with their pick. And to be honest, I don't really think many were happy with ours that were there. So that was pretty interesting.
Right. So, what do you think of the locker room? Because being in the locker room was pretty awesome. I was lucky enough to go a few times. Like it's crazy. You're like, wow, this is where it happens.
Wait, one quick second, Dan. Nikki, are you able to hear us now?
Yes. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
The party has arrived. What is going on?
Right. Perfect. Hi, Mal. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm late. I'm sorry, Craig. I'm sorry. I messed up the time. I was at a work event. I had a couple drinks, but I'm all right.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Well,
Sorry.
And by the way, it's Friday night, and we allow everybody's allowed to drink on camera here.
I had a few glasses of champagne, so I mean,
That's the way to do it.
you know. All right.
Real Cold G's a little disappointed. He was just here, and he's like,
Oh,
cool.
Cole, come back on. I'm sorry. I messed up the time. I was drinking. I was at a work event. I had to like fix myself. I'm really sorry, everyone. But I'm here
And for the
now.
record here, the schedule was a little confusing the way it read. I mean, I think we were up until about a few hours ago trying to figure out what time we had to start this thing.
I know.
Right.
I'm sorry, but I'm here now. That's all that matters. Better late than never, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. And
Wait,
Mal's
Mal,
here.
so you said people were upset with our pick?
Yeah, like I mean, they weren't upset, but they were kind of like, okay. And I was like, all right. I mean, I was pretty happy about it. So,
I mean, like,
Yeah.
where else were we gonna go? Like, that's the one thing I'm like really confused about.
that was my thing too. Like all week and preparing for this draft and being on Twitter, that can go either way. But on Twitter, everyone was like, "Oh, I'll be cool with taking a wide receiver or a cornerback." Then we went cornerback, and everyone's like, "I didn't want that." But you just said that you were cool with that, and like this is one of the best in the class. So I don't understand, but everyone's always going to have their thoughts.
We have to get Cold back on. Can we get Cold back on for like 5 minutes?
Colt, come on back through for just a couple minutes, man, whenever you get the chance.
Like I want to like talk to him in person, like meet him in person.
Nah, absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
you know what? Can I plug my fundraiser?
Might as
Go
well.
for it. Yeah.
All right, guys. So next Thursday, I am doing the sleep out at MetLife, and it is being hosted by Brian Dable's wife and Joe Shane's wife. So I'm giving up my bed for the night to sleep at the stadium.
You're gonna have to like record every moment of you being
I
cranky.
know. Well, so I have this cute pink sleeping bag, right? But it says
On
like,
brand.
you only bring like a sleeping bag and the essentials. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to sleep in my makeup. Like I don't ever do that, but if I'm recording, right, I can't. Yeah. So, but anyway, the fundraising goal is $2,000. So
I didn't look at it today. Where are we
let me
at
see
now?
where we're at. When I'm done talking and you guys sub in here and talk, then I'll look. But I posted the link on Instagram. It's pinned to my Twitter page. So if everybody can chip in like $20, I know as of yesterday we were at $550. So I feel like we can definitely get to 2,000 by Thursday.
All right, let's do it for Nikki.
Yes,
I have to
Women
donate. I
Unite.
haven't done
it's
it
for
yet.
Covenant House. It's to help homeless youth and stop sex trafficking. So all the women in the state, we're gonna get together. They're gonna have some nice workshops, and I think it'll be a good event. It's from 9 p.m. to 6:30 a.m. So.
The Titans are on the clock now. They made a trade. Oh, here we go. They made a trade with the Cardinals. Cardinals gave up. The Titans gave up a 41st pick and third round and another third round next year for the 33rd pick. So, wow. All right.
Can someone help me with something? Why were there only 31 picks in the draft last
because
night?
the Dolphins got caught with the tampering with
Yeah.
Brady.
Cool. I'm sure Dolphins fans must have been. Can you imagine the Giants did something like that? Like we call the wrong person at the wrong time and like they
Well,
lose.
remember the issue that we might have? Thankfully, that was found out that we are we in the clear with that? With the whole Brian Flores thing last year?
What? I don't know.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot.
That
about
was
that
an
too.
awkward story.
I'm gonna say we're in the clear.
Okay, Mal says we're in the clear.
I'm almost positive we're
I'm
in
making the
clear.
decision.
But that was really
You
awkward.
got the
Like,
ear of
Belichick mysteriously forgets who
Yeah.
he's texting. It's
Yeah.
the wrong Brian.
I mean,
And it's our fault that Belichick picked the text the wrong Brian. How's that our fault?
Exactly. Exactly.
well,
So
you guys
I'm
act like you've
something
never
wrong, right?
texted the wrong person before.
All the time.
all the time. Oh,
I actually did it today.
well, you know what? I mean, your wife's name's Nicole. I'm Nikki. I don't know.
Oh no,
Watch it.
I'll be dead.
You'll be dead. No, I'm gonna get this like text one day. What's for dinner? I'm gonna be like, what?
Yeah.
I don't cook, so I don't know.
And one of my best friends is Nick, so it's a whole cluster of like, all right, who am I talking to?
Well, thank you for the donations, Joe. I know you were in on the donations. I appreciate it. James, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I did not intend for this to turn into a fundraising, show, but I guess it's going to be because we're on for the next.
Nikki,
4
can
hours?
you send me the link? We get the chance. I'll put it in the
Levis
comments.
to the Titans.
I
Levis
kind
to
of
the
figured that
Titans.
what was gonna happen.
I'm
Hey.
gonna actually
Hey.
I'm gonna bring in Cranky on so
Oh,
we can
well,
stay on
Levis.
schedule.
Okay.
We're gonna keep on schedule. I'm gonna be that guy. So
Okay, be that
Cranky's
guy.
on, Maul's on, Nikki,
Yay.
Spartan Mike. Hey
guys?
Crank. How's it
Hi.
going?
Going
Thanks
on?
for coming on.
What's going on?
Not
So-
much. What are you so cranky about, though? I see. I love the name, but your handle says Giants fan 2021, but we just made the playoffs.
What's that about? Just everything.
Yeah, I'm
annoys
just
me,
giving you grief about the handle thing. Real cranky fan. What are you cranky about? Come on.
Today?
You don't even want to know.
Yeah, we only have 5 hours left in the draft tonight. I don't have enough time to go over. What's really bothering me right now are Giant fans, pretty much. Honestly,
I agree.
I mean,
Oh, all right.
every year it's the same thing with the draft. The pick gets selected and people start complaining about every little thing, and it's just really this year it's really, really silly. I mean, I think what it comes down to, it's more an inward look at yourself more than what the Giants actually did, because everybody has a podcast now. I mean, if I have one and Grump has one, anybody can have a podcast, and everybody has their own predictions, and nobody likes to be wrong. And everybody's like, well, in my mock draft, I'm taking this guy and this guy and this guy and this guy. And it doesn't go right in the first round. You're like, well, the Giants screwed up. I didn't screw up. I was right. They were wrong. Never mind. They've been working, 120 hours a week on the draft, talking to 31 executives. They have moles everywhere knowing exactly, well, maybe someone's trying to move up to 26. So maybe I need to make a move or something. But if I'm sitting on my, on my couch with my 7 Coors Light, I know more than they do. So it's just, it's silly.
Right.
Another thing I'm cranky about, the White Sox just hit a homer. They tied the Rays 1-1. But
Good. I have Giolito starting in fantasy.
There's
that's
so many
good
things
for
to
me.
be cranky about. See,
There-
that's my thing though. It's like
So
everybody's doing so many mock drafts. Like I did one, right? I did it. It was Wednesday night. I released it. And like, that's it. I was wrong and I was right on certain things, but that's it. I'm not doing 500 to say, hey, I got something right at some point along
So
the
what?
way.
Yeah. It's
Stupid.
Well, let's remember, what is the purpose of the draft? The draft is one piece of many to make your team a Super Bowl champion. That's it. It's not, did I have a better grade than the Eagles? Did I get a better value in a trade than the Eagles? I don't care what the Eagles do.
Laporta
something
just
if-
went to the Lions. I'm sorry. Go on.
Oh, no.
I'm just
starting
keeping
to
everybody
rant.
posted.
Thanks. I mean, good for them. If they, if they want to get a bunch of guys from Georgia and infect their blood with more evil, fine. That's whatever. That's not my problem.
For the record, for people that don't know, Cranky is a very big Florida Gator fan. He went to Florida, so he's definitely the biggest Gator fan I know. So
Yeah.
if you ever need to feel better about yourself, just bust his chops and he'll
You wanna talk
crank
about
him up.
I'm a Michigan State fan. I'm a Michigan State alumni. I don't think we have any crossovers to beef about. I mean, you guys always took care of business against Michigan.
Oh yeah, we do. The 2000 national championship when you beat us in basketball.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. I was thinking football, but you're right. Basketball, we took care of business against you guys, but
Yeah,
I think you guys were all injured, right?
And also the 2000 Citrus Bowl when you had Plexico Burress actually on that team.
Damn, yeah, that was the
Yeah.
same year. I can't.
I hold
believe that
grudges.
happened.
Yeah, Cranky
and holding
comes.
grudges. I
So
love
but thank God the Knicks aren't playing right now, because me,
Oh.
Cranky, and Nikki would be free. Oh, Mallory's Spartan. Are you a Knicks fan?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we all would have been.
Yeah.
We would have been
Oh,
all
yeah.
screwed.
We would have
We
been
all-
doing this in the parking lot at the Garden probably. So
Yeah.
We would be having issues.
Yeah.
But yeah, so another trade. The Raiders. They got to find out what that trade is.
Dude, what pick was that for the Lions? Sam Laporta, tight end?
That was 33. Oh, 34.
Oh.
Sorry.
wow.
Over
How
Michael
is
Mayer is pretty
Mayer
crazy.
still aboard?
So
I
the
don't know what the
Colts and Raiders made a trade. We're gonna wait and see what it was. Should get Twitter up. Huh?
This draft is
Two
trade
clowns playing with
happy.
each other. It's great. No, but I think getting back to what I was saying about the draft, the goal of the draft is to build your team to be a Super Bowl contender and a Super Bowl champion. And the first round is one small piece of several different building blocks. And everybody that freaks out is like, oh, I'm giving the Giants a D+, or I'm so pissed about what happened. It's like everybody came into this draft knowing what the Giants' needs are. They are cornerback, wide receiver, interior offensive lineman, depth, overall depth.
So
And-
sorry again for people to know. Field EH just tweeted Colts trade for 35, the pick 35. Raiders are giving up the 38th and 141 for people keeping track at home, and their picks in. So let's see who they need. Sorry, Crank. Go on.
Oh,
Just housekeeping.
No, it's good. That's why we're here. It's the draft.
Right.
But if you know that we need a cornerback, and everybody will say top two positions, what do we need? And everyone's gonna say wide receiver, cornerback, wide receiver. We get the best cornerback still on the board. We move up a spot because we want to ensure somebody who the front office has identified as first round talent. They're not reaching, in their opinion, it's first round talent, and you're giving up a seventh round pick. Who cares? You get your guy. It's not about drafting positions. It's about drafting players. And if you like this guy, you get him. And you get him. You try to get him at the best. What you deem the value is, not what my mock draft says, not what Mel Kiper Jr. says his value is what you think it is.
Right.
So to me, how can I complain about right now? I mean, we'll know in 3-5 years if the pick pans out or not. We're not gonna freak out in the second day of training camp when he gets burnt on an out. We're not going to.
We aren't.
We aren't. But that's our job, is to make sure everybody else doesn't. So I don't know. Maybe part of it's performance art by people on Twitter. Maybe it's just people trying to get clicks. Maybe it's just that everybody, Giant fans are trying to outdo Jet fans for their theatrics on draft day. But to me, you addressed a need. This team, in spite of making the playoffs, has a lot of needs. Still.
And I mean, the way way Wink reacted to the pick, that I was like, okay, cool. And then I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, he got what he wanted. So you got to trust Wink. And it was weird seeing him without a hat on. So that was definitely a first too.
Right.
Wink was really happy. He's about as happy as I am. A couple glasses of champagne in right now. So he was.
I think you should go for more, Nikki.
Raiders.
I think I might. If the camera goes off, it's either a drink or an edible. So
Yeah.
There you go.
We'll see.
All right.
It's Rush After Dark. Look out.
Rush hour after dark. Exactly.
Michael
Look,
Mayer,
guys,
Notre Dame,
real
Oakland
quick,
Raiders.
Dan, real quick. I'm going to cycle through the next couple guests here, guys.
Yeah,
I do
go
want to
for
say
it.
thank you both so
Yeah,
much.
I gotta
Thank you,
take off,
guys.
guys. I just want
Appreciate it.
to
Mal.
say hi and keep in touch.
All right,
Definitely.
absolutely.
Yes, nice to
Thanks,
see you
guys.
guys.
Take
Thank you
care,
for coming
guys.
on.
Go
Bye,
Giants.
Michael-
Mel.
Michael Mayer is Oakland. Not Oakland. Vegas Raider. That's a fine on me.
Damn it, you're ahead of us.
So
But that
Yeah,
makes
I
sense.
think
He's a
you
good
are.
player.
You're okay. Well, that's
Nick, what channel are you watching it on? We are a team NFL Network family.
Well, I have NFL Network on my iPad, but I'm streaming it in my other room. So CBS,
ABC.
whatever. No, CBS Sports. They have it on.
Okay.
No.
Magic.
All right, guys. Let me let on the next guest real quick. All right.
Do it
First
up.
of all, we got Sal. Sal, you're late. What the hell, man?
Hey,
Oh,
Sal.
hey,
what's
I'm
come on.
late. I'm late. I'm
Hi.
late today too. Hi, Sal.
I'm late. I got a new puppy, so he's taking up a lot of my time. I got my other two
Oh,
puppy
we
kids.
understand. We understand. I don't actually
No,
care when
no,
people
bro.
come on, man. We're going.
I make
we're
it
going,
here
man.
on time.
We're here all night.
You're
Yeah,
over the tailgate.
yeah, we met you at the tailgate, man. That was a blast.
You and your
Hey,
dad.
Chris,
Your dad's a
by the
great
way,
man.
Chris from New York Giants Rush. He hosts the best tailgate party.
Oh, the best. The best.
All right, hold up. I'm going to
Adam.
let our next guest. We're going to have two on at once.
Ooh.
there
Adam,
you
what
go.
is going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's going on?
Yes, glad to have you.
Yeah, long
Glad to have
time.
both you guys.
The Rams are on the clock. This is their first pick. They didn't have a pick last night. So where are the Rams going?
They tried to get in the first round. They said
No, I did not know that.
they did.
Look at you,
So you
Adam
guys,
Where did he
Schefter
go?
over here.
I wish. No.
I see the Raiders got their Darren Waller replacement just a
Yeah.
while ago.
Yep, basically.
I'm glad you brought that up. What do you guys think of Darren Waller on the Giants? Are you excited for this?
Oh,
Think he's
yeah.
gonna make an
He
impact?
can stay
I'm
healthy.
excited.
I'm super excited.
I think he's really gonna open up the offense, though.
Yeah, he's awesome. Awesome player. He's exactly
As
what we
you
need.
can this year.
As long as he stays healthy, he's going to be money.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Kafka got in store for him because
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's been in the offense like I was before, so it's going to be interesting.
And he's virtually unstoppable. When he gets on fire, if you ever watched a good Raider game, he is unstoppable. He
Right.
could just take over a game, and we haven't had a player that could take over a game. How long?
Absolutely.
And this team,
In
Absolutely.
like 10 years,
Wrestling.
12 years. I mean, like a decade, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like it's gonna be-
absolutely.
I'm excited for him for fantasy. Spartan and I talked about this on Rush Hour.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Jones and Waller are going to be a nice dynamic fantasy duo.
Absolutely.
You would be right up there, right? With how many? We're right up there with Kittle, and
we
he's
lost
got
Kittle.
to be top 3.
We just lost
Yeah.
Adam.
Oh, we lost
Adam,
Adam.
sorry.
I think he could be top 5, Sal. I think so.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, if he stays healthy, that whole thing. Wait a minute. So were you guys surprised that the Ravens came to a agreement before the draft
Totally.
started?
I was totally surprised. And honestly, the
Yeah.
contract sounded like it was within range anyway of what we were anticipating.
I know. So
It
it's
looked like it
what
was more. It looked like it was more. Lamar just wanted the most possible after he saw the Watson contract. You know.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, Adam, I got a question for you, man. How did the state of Georgia react to the Atlanta pick last night?
I have some Atlanta fans and that I know, and they didn't like it because they felt like the running back that they have in store and that they have already, they didn't have no need for him, so they didn't feel like they didn't like that pick, especially being that it was so high.
It's funny. The last 3 first-round draft picks were just like huge fantasy upside draft picks, and then once the season starts, they like forgot that Kyle Pitts was on their team last year.
Yeah.
And then Drake London had a few like moments of like, oh, okay, but he didn't like burst out like we all expected him to. And obviously, Desmond Ridder wasn't Desmond Ridder that we all hoped he was going to be when he joined. Got drafted by them. So, yeah, no, it's weird. The Falcons are just that weird team. Just like they could be so good with the talent they have. It's just they have to find ways to make it happen, especially in that division. It could possibly be up for grabs next year because it was this year, and that was with the washed up Brady. So
I was sort of surprised with the Lions. The Lions, you talking position. All you're talking positional value. What do? Go grab running backs, and the Lions. What was their weakness? Defense.
And the weirdest thing about them is they just signed Montgomery to it. They're probably going to trade Swift.
Yeah,
Swift's a great player. For whatever reason, he couldn't stay healthy last year. But yeah, I don't know.
I tweeted that out last night. It was like, do the Lions know they need a defense? Like, do they know this?
Right.
Their weakness.
Like, you have Montgomery. Like, what are you doing? I mean, it just came out of nowhere. Like, I don't know.
It helped us. It helped us more.
Oh, yeah.
The more players that went in front of us, the better for us.
Torrey Holt.
That my board did not. So I got the first 2 right, and then it just went mayhem from there. I did okay. Like, I got the position right, or I got the player right. Maybe I didn't get the spot right or the trade right. But did you guys do a mock? Anybody? Like, how did your board shape up? No.
I didn't. I only do the Giants. Yeah, I only do Giants. So like, all right, I don't have time for all 32.
Yeah, it's a lot.
By the way, the Rams just select Steve Oliva. Darius just said that in the chat, but
hey, how about the fact this is the first round pick in 5 years?
Well, that's the price you pay when you win a Super Bowl. You know, like some teams are crazy. Like they're gonna stink for the next decade now, but they got their Super Bowl. So
yeah,
but,
them picks.
Yeah, well, they probably got some picks back for Jalen, right?
Yeah.
I don't know the exact trade, but they definitely had to get something relatively good for that.
This guy was on
they
my
got a
list.
guard.
See, this is the good thing about round 2 and 3. The Seahawks are already on the pick is already in, so we can just keep on going. Like last night, they had to like talk for 10 minutes. Like, are they going to go this way? So 37 pick, the Seahawks are off.
Giants doing the first pick.
But that pick is in already.
Yeah, their pick's already in.
The Rams got the guard from TCU, Steven Villa.
He was one of the guys I would have wouldn't hate it if he fell to us.
Well, he's the first interior lineman, is he not?
Right.
I think he is.
He is. He is.
Versatile.
So guys, out of all the senders that's left on the board, which one would you want?
I'm going Schmidt.
Yeah.
Really?
Same.
I like Tippmann the best.
I actually like the dude from Michigan. I hate saying I like anybody from Michigan, but their center's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean,
why?
I'm with you, Mike. If that means we're gonna get a good wide receiver in round 2, and then we get in round 3. I wouldn't hate that.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Like that's.
I'm honestly, I'm honestly open to whoever whoever. I trust Joe. Hopefully, Derek Hall, edge rush from Auburn, goes to the Seattle Seahawks. So that's huge for that defense as well.
Man, it is a different, it is wild, right? Because we're all watching this in different times. Like, you're ahead of me. I'm ahead of,
I'm way back.
Yeah, I'm behind.
Sal's watching the 2021 NFL draft.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem with streaming. Like I have my friends that cut the cord, and like they're like 5 plays behind me, and I'm like, all right, I can't celebrate them scoring a touchdown. I just gotta wait for them to text me. Yes, let's go. I'm like, we just turned the ball over, or something along those lines. That has happened before. Like, yeah, we just already gave it up.
I have half my boxes streaming and two of them alive. So my kids hear me screaming upstairs, like, what happened?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh, all right.
That actually happened for my
Seahawks. That was a good pickup. That was a really good pickup.
That happened to me with that happened to me with Fat Randy when we beat the Titans this year. Like, ah! My wife was putting my son in bed, and you're like, oh, we won, didn't we? Another trade. Falcons received 38th pick overall. Colts give up the 44th pick and the 4th round pick at 110. This is fun. A lot of trades. This is the drunk fantasy league. That's just like everybody trades everybody.
So I really do a drunk fantasy league. So Damien, who's part of our Rush crew here, he does a live. We do a live fantasy football draft. It's not auto draft; it's manual. And so every time, if you have to keep track. But if you take somebody that somebody already took, you have to take a shot. Well, by round 7, it starts going haywire, and we're all drunk, and nobody knows who anybody took, and it's a great time. And I'm way too competitive live. Like, it's a great podcast because there's 12 of us and we're drunk and we don't know what's going on. So it's a lot of fun.
I'm way too competitive for that. But yeah, definitely. That's how I always feast on my live draft. Everybody's like hammered. I'm chill. I'm relaxed. I'm having a couple beers, but I'm not like sloppy. I always end up on top.
I love it. Hey, real quick, because Adam, Sal, we're going to move on to the next guest here, but I just want to say thank you both. But
thanks, guys. We appreciate the support.
Are you going to be at any Giants games this year? Will you be there?
Oh, come on, I got season tickets. I'll be at every game.
Well, Sal, I'll see you there. Come on now, Sal. Guys, come
I have to come to one, man, because I'm here in Georgia, so I know the Giants are coming here next year.
Thank you, Joe.
For sure. But I'll be there.
All right, beer's on me when you come up. All right, if we're at the same place, let's make it happen. And Sal, thank you so much for coming on too, man. We know you
tailgate. Guys, we really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
By the way, thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you like and subscribe. Tell everybody on our socials. We really appreciate this. This is basically a fan appreciation for the next 2 nights. So stay tuned. Amen. We got big things coming up. I promise you guys that. So,
amen.
Spartan, are you offering a beer to every fan that comes up?
If I see you at a Giants game, beer's on me. I don't care. I love it when I meet up with the fans. I met Sal last year, and we had a blast in Chris's parking lot.
Yeah, I hear Chris's tailgate's good.
Real quick, guys, I'm going to add in our next guest, all right? We got Peter, and this is one of those fans where it's like, all right, a face to a name, because Devil is his Twitter. Peter, what's going on?
What's happening, Nicky?
Hi, Peter.
What's happening, guys?
Not much. Good. I can now hear your voice, and I'm going to, every time I see a tweet, I'm going to hear the tweet now.
Yeah.
All right, get ready to hear my raspy voice.
There we go.
All right. That's all right.
Matthew Bergeron from Syracuse
about it, because we get to put a face to the name, and actually hear you and interact with you. So this is the best part of the fan appreciation draft show.
I love it.
I find out other fans will buy my beer too, real quick. Joe, my man.
Because Joe's good like that.
We'll get the second one, promise you.
I found out Joe lives 15 minutes away from me. So
what? Do you guys hang out?
No, well,
why not?
We're gonna have to set something up. But,
okay. Yeah, I want to come.
Eh.
Well, Joe, I'll ask Joe. Joe, can I come hang out with you?
Yeah, and it sounded like you didn't invite Nikki.
Nikki's like, invite.
And you're like,
there you go.
He's like, but I didn't invite you, but
no girls allowed.
Oh no, it's like that. So Peter, what's going on?
Nothing much. I was just, I just looked at the first few picks, and I made a list of all the players that I didn't think would hit our team.
Okay.
And
how's that looking so far?
So far, we're hitting 1,000.
All right.
Did Hooker go yet?
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
The tackle from Syracuse just went to the Falcons.
Right. Okay. Well, I made up a list of guys that I didn't think would be there for us. Porter, Branch, Meyer, Musgrave, Hooker, Torrance, Avila, who I really wanted, by the way, the lineman, and Levis, who I really didn't care either way. I made a list of like 6 or 8 guys, and then I have a list of other people that I'd love to see for us, but, we'll see what happens. I was very happy about last night.
Yes.
Yeah, we were just about to ask that.
Yeah.
So why were you amped up for the Banks pick?
Well, listen, if you guys were watching, a couple of my tweets the other day, I actually was thinking that we might go lineman. I really thought we would go center. And the only reason I went that way was because looking at the offseason, we don't have a center. I don't care what they say. We do not have a center.
We don't.
They could say Feliciano and Shane Lemieux or whoever else they're going to put there, or Anderson. We don't have a center.
Feliciano there, I'm jumping in Lake Michigan in January.
Well, he's no longer on the team, but
that's what I was going to say. If don't bring him back.
Yeah, exactly. So. I thought they were going to go that route, and then the more I thought about it, I said, you know what? If they go corner, I'm all for it, especially Banks. Honestly, if he didn't get hurt, he might have been like top 2 corner going out. So for us to get him where we did, very happy about that. And we give up a 5th and a 7th. Who cares? Especially a 7th.
We needed you to defend Spartan Mike, Peter, today when he made that tweet today.
Apparently we were going to get Tom Brady and Tyreek Hill at 5 and 7.
Yeah.
The Giants are out here on the trade.
And then Mike showed the list of all the other guys other than Tyreek Hill. That
was
funny.
Right.
I appreciate that, Dan. That means a lot.
What have you guys talked about? Who you might want at coming up for us at 57?
We've expanded on it, but we could talk about it again. I'm on the camp of the vice versa, depending on which way the board falls. I want a wide receiver or the center. I don't care which round, as long as we come away with one of those two in 2 and 3. I'm amped up. So I don't really have a preference at this moment. Right. I want to see where the board leads to us in a little longer.
Right. And you're thinking we might have to trade up for either one of those positions? Because I do.
It's looking like that, but it could happen like what happened last night. We're looking pretty all night, and then it just
I know
switches on it. And like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where are we gonna go? So it could happen at any moment, and Darius broke my heart.
Yeah.
Peter, if you want my honest opinion, actually Mingo just went. I don't want him anyway, but Darius Smith brought it up.
Oh, that was the guy I was talking about. That's who I wanted, but I guess that was a pipe dream.
Well, actually,
what about Josh Downs? I mean, that's the guy that I want.
Yeah,
me and Dan already talked about it. You like him?
Josh Downs was on my 2nd tier here. As far as because I had for my 1st tier guys that I thought I'd love to have would be Hyatt, Schmitz, Mims, Tipman. If we went linebacker, maybe Simpson or White as an edge. And I had who was the player you just mentioned?
Downs.
I had him in my 2nd tier, but he's right near the 1st tier. He's right on my 2nd list there, right up on top.
So people are saying Hyatt. Like, do you guys feel the fear that everybody's fearing that the Tennessee offense is just so different that it's just like he's not going to pan out in the NFL? Like, I mean, obviously right now they claim that he's just a fly pattern guy down the field. Like, he has to work on some route running type of issues. Like, would you guys be scared about Hyatt?
Well, honestly, I'll tell you the truth. I had a better grade on Tillman than Hyatt, believe it or not.
Wow, from the same school.
Yep, from the same school, and only because of his, he's 6'3", 220 pounds. He ran a 4.55 in the 40, and that's motoring at that size.
Oh yeah.
And right, so he could play. He's outside naturally. He had, if you forget about last year, throw that out the window. In 21, he had 64 catches for 1,100 yards and 12 touchdowns.
Right. He was that dude 2 years ago. So
Right.
yeah, people forget that.
And he had a high ankle sprain last year. So I'm willing to throw that out. Plus the fact that he's got NFL pedigree, right? I think two of his family members, I think Spencer Tillman being one, and another Cedric Tillman, were both NFL players. So, I like that kind of pedigree. And he's on my kind of tier 2 he's right there, okay, maybe we can get him pick, maybe not in 2, but if we can get him close to 3 at 89, I'd be all on that. I had him higher than Mingo.
Okay, there you go. Nikki, what about you?
Well, I was just half paying attention to you guys because I was reading through. I'm sorry. I was reading through the transcripts of Deonte Banks and his interview last night to see if there was anything he wanted to bring up. And he was asked, "How do you feel about coming to a city with a ton of media coverage?" And he said that he's really excited. And he was asked if anyone reached out to him, and he heard from Daniel Jones, Adoree Jackson, and Darnay Holmes, and their message to him was let's get to work and let's lock in. So he's really excited to be here. He said that New York feels like home to him, that the vibes were good when he met with the team and the organization, and they took him to a nice dinner, and he just said he feels like he's home. So I'm excited.
No, I'm pumped too. It seems like he's gonna get down to business. He's ready to rock. So the Saints pick is in at 40. So interesting to see where they land. There's still a lot of good players left. I saw Branch is still on the board.
Is he really still on the board?
Yeah, here's a list of whoever's left. Now, are you watching the Saints in real time right now? Do you already have the pick, Dan?
No, I'm watching it real time. They didn't come to the board yet.
All right, Jalen. Here's all the players available right now. So Jalen Hyatt out of Tennessee is the highest graded guy. Right next to him is Drew Sanders, linebacker from Arkansas. Ryan Branch, Alabama's cornerback. Luke Musgrave, Oregon State's tight end. He is good, but quite honestly, I feel like the tight end quality is completely plummeted now that Kincaid and Meyer are gone. And then we got Josh Downs, is the wide receiver from North Carolina. So, that's kind of where we're at right now. But still plenty of opportunities for the Giants to get a good center or a good wide receiver, hopefully. But we still got a while to go. We still got 17 picks right now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it's flying by, though. Oh, yeah. I did not see him going there.
Who?
Forkey from Notre Dame.
The
defensive end. Isaiah Forkey?
I don't even think Truth and I analyzed the guy.
No. I think I covered you. No, I covered for you for that episode.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I remember talking about him. Yeah, he broke Justin Tuck's school record. He's gonna be all right. He has a lot to work on. I think from what I remember talking about, he has that one move, but he needs to find another move.
Yeah,
I think that was our critique about him.
Well, so to be fair, that's how I feel about Thibs. I feel like Thibs has to work a little bit on his maneuvers in the NFL level, which I think he will. And once he gets stronger,
and he needs to become a better actor too.
Yeah. Well, tell you what, Michael Strahan, he used to have a thing with the refs where he would get all buddy with them before the game, and then so when the game was going on and somebody was holding him, he'd be like, "Hey, watch number 75 on the next play." Sure enough, the ref throws up the flag, and that's what you got to do. Go over, get to know their kids. The refs, they're at all these games, and it'll mean a lot to them if the players try getting close. And it does work like that. You get close with them, and you say, "Hey, that guy's holding me." that's the best opportunity for Thibs to kind of get some of these calls here, in my opinion.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah. Peter, I want to ask you, did you watch the entire round 1 last night?
I did not.
Okay.
I made it through the Giants with my eyes just barely open.
Yeah, right.
They got wide open when they made the pick. When he traded down, I kind of figured, okay, which one of these guys does he really like, right? Because we had Porter left and Banks. And I actually tweeted out today, we did, what did I tweet out today? I don't think we did too bad drafting anyone with the last name Banks, if you look back.
Yeah.
We're 1 for 1. We'll be all right.
What do you guys think?
I was going to ask you, Peter, from what you did see, was there any pick that shocked you that you didn't see coming?
A couple of them, both Detroit picks.
Yeah.
Shocked me, especially, who was it? Andy Gibbs, the singer. Right. Gibbs, I think, was one. And Campbell was the other that they selected. But look, they know better than we do. What do we know?
We know.
They're there. This is what they do for a living. That threw me for a loop.
I'm all that convinced that the Lions know what they're doing. I don't know. Like if the Eagles did that, I'd be like, well, all right, fair enough. The good organization.
Right. I'm with you, Mike.
Even more so, why we have to beef up that offensive line off of what Philly and Dallas did.
Yeah. Well, Philly has the reigning defending champion Georgia defense.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. So if we don't address, and I know, look, we're going to address it. Whether he moves up in 2 to pick, one of these guys or 2 of them even, we're definitely going to address that, and we better, because we're still, in my opinion, unfortunately, I still think we're, at least five legs behind Philly at this point.
Yeah, I think with us right now, last year was such a good thing. Obviously, we made the playoffs, but we just got to keep on running our own race and just keep on continuing to get better. And next year, if we end up being realistically a wild card team, that's still a nice victory, because we only won 1 division game last year, and that's obviously not going to cut it. So it's going to be interesting to see how we find a way to work our magic in the division, because as long as we don't win division games, we're definitely not going to win the division, and that's obviously a goal of ours.
We have to take care of our business, and first business being our division, and it's not going to be an easy task. And
our division is one of the hardest ones other than 2020. So
and we know that this is going to be, this was going to be, or at least I do. Any realistic fan would know that this would be at least a 2 to 3 year minimum process.
Right.
As far as, creating something of substance over a number of years, as opposed to, 1 year wonders. That's not what we want. Joe is building from the inside out and creating depth, which is something we haven't had, since, maybe Ernie. So I like what he's doing, and I have 20,000% confidence in him and Joe and our whole staff, as a matter of fact. So, I'm all in, and whatever they decide to do, I'm all in with. So I'm very, very happy with what we got going.
The Cardinals picking 41st, about to go live on the TV, but Darius says BJ Ojolari, our buddy, Aziz's younger brother, is going to the Cards. So good for him. I like BJ. He was very good at LSU, and hopefully he has a decent career like Aziz. Especially his rookie year, and then the couple games he played for us this year. But how big are you guys on since BJ got drafted just now? How amped up are you for year 3 for Aziz? Like it's a make it or break it year. He had a great first year. He obviously has the sack record, which is kind of fugazi if you ask me. But what year 3, going into year 3, we know Aziz has it when he's healthy. What do you guys expect for Aziz going into the season? If he stays healthy?
Look, get an 8 sack year. Just get an 8 sack year and be that solid, strong side. edge.
Right.
That's what I want to see out of him, and I just want to see consistency out of his overall play. I mean, I feel like there's just too many. I mean, health is one thing, but be a consistent guy, a consistent.
There he is. He's high-fiving his brother right now. That's nice.
Did you just see him there? I missed it. Well, wait, maybe I just haven't.
No, yeah, you're gonna see it in 2 seconds. That is him, right? Looked like him.
Unless they have other brothers,
Yeah. Oh, the Packers pick is already. And see, like, this is awesome. We don't have to wait the 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's way too long. Like,
last night.
Start the draft. Yeah, right, Peter? My gosh. Like, I was struggling to stay awake. Somehow I did it, but.
The Jets, I felt like they were on the clock for about 50 minutes.
I know. It went right down to 45 seconds left?
Oh, my God. That was rough.
Let me just say, if you are the first pick, if you got the first pick, and this goes for fantasy too, you got the first pick and you're taking all your time, like, you should forfeit. I mean, how do you not know?
It's called gamemanship.
It's not.
No, that happens though. That has happened. Who was it in 2011? They lost their pick. They
that was Minnesota.
Vikings?
Yeah, that was in the early 2000s. Yeah, that was crazy.
No. By the way, you should lose your pick. You should know what you were doing.
Luke Musgrave is just going to the Green Bay Packers, the tight end from Oregon State.
All right, he's off the list.
Nikki, it's called gamemanship.
No,
I do that. I do that all the time.
It's unnecessary.
You got to get the people thinking.
It's called TV timeout.
Yeah,
Ravens 2011.
That's it.
Way too long.
Ravens did it too. All right, I always remember the Vikings one. The Vikings one was nuts. They had 3 picks to go.
In fantasy football, you should lose your pick. Like, if you are taking all your time, you should know where you're going. Like, I'm sorry, but do we have to do this whole do we need the national anthem being sung at the draft? And do we need? I just think we could speed it up a little bit, or can we start it way earlier? I mean, my God.
Well, maybe they should go to the baseball rules here. I don't know, the pitch rules.
I'm with that.
Maybe it's just hard to stay awake, right?
1,000%.
Call it coffee, Nikki.
Have you guys?
You need spike. You need caffeine in your champagne right now.
Maybe, yeah. Okay, espresso martini. Who can
exactly?
Make
Hey, Peter. Look, we're gonna have to move on to our next guest here. I do want to say
very good.
Thanks, Peter. We appreciate it.
Again, I haven't seen your face, I haven't heard your voice, and now I know it's on the Tasmanian Devil.
Thanks, Peter. We really.
It was great. Thanks for having me on, and I look forward to talking to all of you soon.
All right, the little brother's pick is in.
Be well, guys.
Oh, I kicked Nikki out. Sorry, I meant to kick Peter out.
Fine.
All right. Who are the Jets?
I see how it is, Spartans, because I ran with Mush, and now you kick me out of
That's
our own
right. But guys, let me bring in the guest who gave us all, because I had to look back. I'm like, all right, when did we cover cornerbacks? When did we cover our first round guy, Banks? And it was none other than Mark. The way we split it up that night, right, Mark? You got Deontay Banks, and you gave us all the analysis on the guy.
Mark is here. Guys. Royalty is here.
Hey, Mark.
Yes.
Hey guys, how you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah, we're doing good now, man. And by the way, Mark sent me along. Mark is, we always said Mark from Barbados. In the fan section, when he comments, but it always brings great insight. And Mark, I saw the Giants are now the Barbados is now the official travel partner of the New York Giants.
There we go.
Travel destination.
That's correct.
I'm always fascinated, Mark, how someone from outside the country becomes a football fan, let alone a New York Giant fan. So let everybody know how did you become a football fan first, and how did you become a Giant fan? And the Jets pick is, hold on, let's wait for the Jet pick. I'm sorry. Then we'll let you go. Jets select, drum roll, please. Monday Brick, Long Island's finest Brick. Joe Tippmann, you sons of bitches. Joe Tippmann to the Jets.
Good for the Jets. They need to improve the offensive line.
All right, now we're gonna have to work our magic on Schmidt. I mean.
They got a lot of good people left. There are lots.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty of prospects.
No, there's definitely plenty of people. I was just being dramatic because the Jets talked about that. So, Mark, sorry about that. We were talking about the pick. So how did you become a football fan? And then more importantly, how did you become a Giant fan living in Barbados?
Right. So the football fan part first. I was in Miami back in this is going to age me a little bit. Back in
Okay.
like 1983, I think it is.
Okay.
Dan Marino had, I think, his rookie season that he went to.
Yeah,
the Super Bowl,
83.
was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was May 3.
So I was there, I was vacationing, and I was like, oh, what's this game? 49ers, and I'm kind of like, okay. So then a year later, I'm in New York to study. I'm an architect, so I came to New York to study architecture. So from there is how I got involved in football and understanding the game. So from 1984 is which was a good time to be a New York Giants football fan.
We're back, baby.
And I've been a fan since then. That's it.
No,
So
yeah,
I lived in New York for 7 years.
Oh,
So I had-
okay, that makes sense.
7 years, yeah. So from 84 to 91, I was in New York.
Okay, cool.
Got it.
So then, of course, the Knicks, unfortunately.
Well,
But-
this year, I mean, we're just happy that Game 6 was not tonight. We're very grateful for that.
No, it would have been ugly.
So around that time too, the Mets were strong. So I became a Mets fan and not a Yankees.
Yeah. There we go.
All right.
That's right, Mark.
So there you
At least
go.
you got to see this World Series. I haven't yet, but we're getting there. So the Colts pick is in at 44. We're almost there, guys. Slowly but surely.
I see the name of the Giants on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, I see that too.
Okay.
It's
We're
going to be
slowly
about
creeping.
an hour before we pick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So pour your cocktails now.
Assuming we don't.
I'm gonna have to get one in a bit, but yes.
So wait, so Barbados is the official travel partner of the Giants? Is that what
Right.
you're saying?
So so the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. has formed a relationship with the New York Giants.
There we go.
So so that's great from that perspective.
Yeah, that's
So
amazing.
I'm gonna
I just want to know
see-
if like the Rush
I'm
crew
with you,
can be
James.
the official travel partners of the Barbados. Like that, we got to ask Craig. Like
Yeah, Craig's got to work his magic on Barbados becoming our
yes,
full-time
our
sponsor.
like home away from home in the winter. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to find out all the details myself, and I think the representative in New York is a Giants fan. So I'm like, well, guys, I'm like the biggest Barbadian Giants fan. So I mean, you got to hook me up, right?
Yeah, you're like
So
LPG. You're like the Barbados LPG. So we got to get that.
So I'm
going.
working on it. We'll see. I'm hoping that I will be there for some sort of game this coming season.
Okay,
That's
no,
all.
you gotta let us know because
Yeah, I
me,
will.
Craig, and Chris are all season ticket holders, so we shoot to be at
Oh,
every
great.
game.
No, I'm
Well, that's
definitely looking to come up. I probably am going to go up to Toronto. So
There we go.
So I do that. Yeah, my
Okay.
older son is studying in Toronto.
Oh, well, and if you meet Spartan along the way, he's going to buy you beer because that's
Yeah,
the deal. Any
absolutely.
fans he meets along the way, he's buying them a beer. So
There you go.
Offers always on the table because Mark, I know you go to the away games a lot anyway, but it is the one thing I will say about the Giants away schedule this year. It's actually jam packed with really, really
Right.
cool destinations. I mean, whether it's
Buffalo.
Phoenix, that was the least one. That was the least cool one of all of them. I was going to say Las Vegas fan, but if you fancy
big-
tropical
So
getaway,
when the Giants,
I've been to Buffalo a few times to watch games.
oh yeah, you went up to the stadium. Was it good?
Yeah, I have friends who live in Buffalo. I've been there a few times. Yeah.
see, like I'm not the only road game I've gone to. Ironically, was a great one. Was the Daniel Jones's NFL first start and win. So that was a good one for me. I'm dying to go to Dallas whenever we get better and we don't get owned by them. I want to go down to that. So that should be a rush. That should be a rush trip. A rush.
I don't want to go to if we're taking a rush trip, we're going to Barbados. I'm not going to Dallas.
Yes.
I got to be in Dallas in a couple weeks for work.
I just got back from Dallas yesterday, by the way. I just got back, but the weather was awful.
I need to go to Jerry's World at
Really?
least one.
Oh,
I got to go to Jerry's World for just one.
I have to be in Dallas on the 17th.
Dallas is a nice. I've been to Dallas Stadium as well. I've been to about 21 different stadia.
Oh wow, really?
So which one was your favorite?
Yeah, I've been to Soldier Field.
Pre redone or the original Soldier Field?
No, 2017 I went to Soldier
Okay,
Field.
so it's all right. The redone one.
Yeah.
Have you been to MetLife? Yeah, right.
Yeah. I've
Oh,
been
yeah.
in MetLife.
It's the worst stadium, right?
The AC unit in the
Let's
middle.
just say it
of,
doesn't have any personality. That's the
No, it doesn't. It's
Like,
got bad
two
food, no
teams-
Wi-Fi, nothing.
the most expensive stadium of all time, and that was what they came up with. Is insane. Oh, another trade.
Dallas got theirs for cheap.
Well,
So
yeah.
yeah.
So truth just vote. Is anyone shocked that Branch is still on the board?
Yes, I'm shocked
definitely
because I had him
Craig's
going.
probably doing a dance.
I
Craig's
had
probably
him
doing a
going like
dance right now.
late. I had him
I'm gonna
going
say-
late in the first round.
I'm going to say Craig is totally responsible for that.
Darius, you got a root beer, all right?
He didn't like the idea of Branch in the first round at all.
No, he
No, oh yeah, no. Last night he didn't. No, when he said he was done and shutting it down, and then he's done
Yeah.
forever.
He was
What
being
he
very
saying
he
last-
was being very dramatic.
Yeah. No, he's yeah. I mean, there's still a lot of good players. I mean, I think you still got Mims, you've got Tillman, you got Rice, you got Reed, you got Terry,
plenty.
you got Downs. If you like Hyatt, I don't really like him, but if you I mean, that's got quite a lot of wide receivers right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got so you got Cody Mock, as far as I know, right? You still got Torrance, right? I don't think Torrance just went, right? Did he just go? Yeah, he just went to the Jets. So
No, Tippmann
well,
went.
Tippmann went to the Jets. No, so you still got Torrance, you still got Schmidt, you still got Whitler, still got Stromberg, and other players. You still got Branch, as you said. So I mean,
Up there, okay. I'm not gonna run it.
Let me ask you, Mark. Are you surprised with how many offensive linemen haven't been taken yet? I mean, it seems like we've had there's just a ton that are still there, right? I mean, how many were even taken yet? 3?
Yeah, you mean this run you're talking about?
Just this whole draft. This
Oh,
whole
no,
draft.
no,
is
they
harder
have,
than
they
linemen.
have like about 4 or 5. Didn't they have 4 or 5 tackles in the first round? I mean, you had Paris Johnson. You had, let me look down here, Darnell Wright, Skoronski, by Broderick Jones. That's 4 already.
Tackles. I'm sorry. I was thinking interior lineman.
And Tom, interior. Yeah, okay. Not really.
Yeah.
Not really. I figured you'll probably get more later on in this round, I believe. But
Who are you highest on of the interior linemen?
Torrance.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Torrance is really good. I also think he could. I don't think you have to. He doesn't have to play guard.
Nikki,
anyway.
make a selfie because my photo is gonna. You're gonna complain that I make a terrible photo of you, so we can promote this.
Do not put bad pictures of me up. Come on, I thought we were a team here.
That's why I'm saying you do the honors of making a selfie of the 4 of us right now, so we could promote it.
Right now? All right, hold on. All right.
Because I always get you like talking or like
I
whatever.
know. Well, now you're gonna get my phone in the picture.
All right, work your
Does anyone
magic.
have a little snipping tool? Just do a little snipping, like a snip image. It might be better than a picture of the laptop monitor.
Yeah.
All right, I'll crop it. We'll see what we can get. I thought you meant me take a selfie right now. I was to say, my God, I think you can all go on my Instagram and find a million selfies of me. But right. I will take one when I get another cocktail because I'm already buzzed, so I might as well just keep going.
Keep going. In
Go,
fact,
go.
Who do you guys want? What do you prefer? Wide receiver or interior offensive line? Because that seems to be the discussion, right? Who you second round, third round, doesn't matter.
It's funny. I'm like switch with every. Oh, okay, sorry. So the Lions and Packers just made a trade. Lions got the 45th pick. They're on the clock. The pick's in actually, and the Packers received the 48th pick and the 5th round pick, which is 159. So, yeah, I've been flip flopping. I've been really flip flopping. One time I want to say offense line, but I think now that Tippmann went, I'd be feeling more safe to go center and just be done with it. But that's why I'm not a GM.
I think that the wide receivers, even though in both cases you have good second and third rounds, I think they're better second round
receivers,
wide receivers, than they are third round wide receivers, and you may be able to get good, offensive linemen in the third round. That's what I'm thinking. So that's why I think it may be more of a priority to get a wide receiver in the second round. That's how I think about it.
But you know, Mark, I'll be completely honest with you. The more the Cowboys and the Eagles beef up on the defensive line, the more excited I am, because I actually think our offensive line right now, as it is in a worse spot than they were last year at the beginning. Of the
Looking
season.
like it so far.
Yeah. But again, I want them to do what's best for the team. If they feel like they're getting much more value add at wide receiver, I mean, go ahead and do it. But after that's over, if we're not getting a lineman in the first couple rounds here, I'm okay with them considering trading away future draft capital for established offensive linemen. I'm actually okay with it because I'm sick of it.
I think if they evaluate
Brian
and they think,
Branch
it's better, I think that makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm not against it, but I do think it's probably future draft capital that's better, because I don't think we want to get rid of the 3rd round or the 4th round. I don't even know if we want to get rid of the 5th round, but if you have to, because we got rid of 1 5th rounder already.
By the way, Branch just went to the Lions, so good for them. And I forgot he was actually in the Kansas City, so he's getting to show off his Lions hat and stuff.
Oh, Branch gone. Okay, great, wonderful. Well,
Chris R has a good point. Trusting the O-line, Bobby Johnson with input. He worked with all the O-line players at the combine. That's very true as well.
Yeah.
By the way, it's past the hour. Once again, thank you for joining us. It's the second night of the New York Giants Rush draft party. This is basically our fan appreciation night. Thank you for everybody that is going to be on the show and who's in the chat room. We really do appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and do all that fun stuff on all our socials. We do have a team store of clothing. Nikki wears all our clothing all the time. Craig as well, and a couple other guys have all the Rush gear. So be sure to check that out as well. And Nikki, next week Nikki's going to be sleeping at MetLife Stadium. So
yes.
Nikki, click the link whenever you get a chance. Please be sure to donate if you are willing to do so. We appreciate the help.
Yeah.
Yes, it is the Sleep Out being hosted by Brian Dable's wife, Joe Shane's wife. It's New Jersey Women Unite, and we're giving up our beds for one night next Thursday to sleep at MetLife in support of Covenant House, to support homeless youth and to stop sex trafficking. So it's going to be really great. A lot of women around the state are going to come. They have some great workshops. So it's from 9 p.m. to 6:30 a.m. I have a cute little bright pink sleeping bag I'm going to bring. I will do some live content and live stream from there. But the fundraising goal is $2,000 for each person. I just checked. We're at $875. So if you guys don't mind, it's pinned to my Twitter. It's pinned to my Instagram, Facebook. We'll pop it in the chat again. If everyone could kindly maybe donate $5, $10, $15, $20, that would be amazing. It's going for a great cause. And we'll see how I do sleeping in a stadium next week. I don't know.
You get to drink alcohol there?
You know what? I don't know. I hope there's alcohol, but cheers.
I think you might have to
everybody.
bring a flask for that.
Yeah, I'm going to need to stay warm. And it's going to be like 44. So
is it like sleeping in the seats? Is that what it is? Or?
You know what, Mark? I don't know, actually. I mean, maybe in the
club.
I'm not sure. Maybe on the new turf, right? Maybe we'll just roll around in the brand new turf. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know.
It's like kind of like Branch knew he was going to the Lions with the jacket he's wearing.
Okay. One thing I want to say about the O-line, I think I understand about the O-line, but I think second year in the system, and pretty much the same players, and some of the players were rookie or first year guys. I think it will also improve. So I don't know that you have to, change a whole bunch to get better. But I understand the issue more of getting a center that would pair with our 4-year contract, quarterback. Now that makes sense because he's had a different center every year that he's been in the league so far. So I get that. So I understand that. So they probably are focused on it, and we'll see how it goes. So I just wanted to say that in terms of the O-line, it could get better even with the same people.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for, right? I mean, because that's ultimately what makes a lot of the Giants teams, especially in the 2000s, great, is the players that they already have on the roster stepping up. And that's what we need, right? I mean, if Evan Neal steps up, And the only problem at that point is the interior offensive line. I could definitely live with that a little bit more so than when we have a complete liability on the edge there. And look, I do think for all intents and purposes that Neal is going to get better as a player. I definitely think that it's nothing to really worry about. But again, if he has a rough season again, then I hope in 2024 they try him an interior offensive lineman before they completely move on. We've had a lot of offensive linemen move on from the Giants lately that have done decent on the next role. Not a lot, but I think, and this one makes me bite my tongue because it pisses me off. It's like, well, why couldn't he have been decent with us? Will Hernandez.
Coaching.
You think that's what it is? It's coaching?
Yeah. I think it's coaching.
Keon White just went to the Patriots. Me and Truth liked him when we were talking about defensive end a couple weeks ago. He's a monster.
Yeah. That's the kind of player that the Patriots would take.
Oh yeah,
exactly the kind of player they would take. Yeah.
What do you think the future is for the Patriots, Mark?
Ooh, I think oddly enough, I think Belichick is on the hot seat a bit. I think. I mean, the owner's speaking more than he would normally speak. Whatever he's tried thus far hasn't really worked. In the back of his mind, he's like, well, Brady is no longer here, and so it's my success. Has this success been? People are probably asking that question. Is this success related to Brady? People are asking that. So I don't know.
Hey, real quick, I used to think that the success of the team was Belichick. The year that made me feel that way was 2008 when Castle became the quarterback. When Brady went down, they still went 11-5. I'm like, maybe. They're actually worse the next year with Brady. By the end of the 2010s, 2019, 2020, it started to look more like, at least at that point in time, it was Brady more than Belichick. And I do wonder if Belichick, because Brady was so good towards the end there, that maybe Belichick didn't continue to look to innovate the game as much. And he's a little ahead of himself now as to how to start from scratch. I think
so. We are 10 picks away. The Commanders are, that's weird to say. Washington's on the board. They're about to select London Fletcher. Javarius Martin from Illinois. They just select by the Washington football team.
Who?
Jamarius Martin from Illinois, the corner.
No, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't think we never analyzed him. No, we didn't go over that guy that night.
Well, you guys missed him.
Oh, you guys missed him? Oh,
no, the Commanders missed us.
Well, he is a Commander now, so we officially don't like him, but we respect him, but we definitely don't like him. So, welcome to our division, Javarius.
Our division. Guys, yeah. I'm going to really quickly go up to a vending machine to get a Diet Coke so I can stay afloat here. I realize I don't have any beer in my fridge right now.
Oh my God, you don't have no alcohol?
No, but to be honest,
so I'm drinking lemonade.
Yeah, I'm drinking water at the moment.
Come on.
I have to go down and get some.
Next guest that comes on, somebody bring a cocktail because I'm drinking alone. Well, I've been drinking all day.
And hand one to me through the screen. Anybody,
Oh,
please.
Jartiv. Martin. No, I now know the name now. Okay. Yeah.
He was the opposite cornerback at Illinois. They had two quarterbacks that went in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They were nasty last year. They were nasty last year. Tampa Bay's picks already.
Jackson, if you're nasty.
No, that's good. That's good.
But Illinois couldn't beat Michigan State last year, for the record. Okay, I'm gonna go get that Diet Coke now.
Yeah, right, I'm gonna go after you, Spartan.
All right, we can only rotate one at a time here.
I know.
Like school.
Yeah, it is. One bathroom break at a time. No, James, I'm with you. I usually do drink Tito's and Club, but the rosé was calling my name today because I have been drinking champagne at this work event, so I just thought, I might as well just keep going.
Oh boy.
Yeah, oh boy. By the time we get to the end, I don't know what type of Nikki you guys are gonna see, but whatever.
Yeah, that's okay. It's all good. It's all good.
It's Friday night, right? And the Knicks are on to round 2, and it's draft weekend, so we're
always
here
can count on my buddy Chris having a drink in his hand. So
yeah, I'm with you, James. Tito's is where it's at, Club, and I like a lot of extra limes in it, in case in case anybody sees me out and they go the Spartan route and they're like, I want to buy you a beer. I don't drink beer, but if you want to get me Tito's and Club, absolutely.
Just to get back to the Belichick discussion.
Yeah,
go for it.
I mean, it's kind of difficult to assess, really, because you've got Matt Jones, and you don't know what he is. It just shows you cannot win without a proper quarterback, right? So, I mean, until he gets a proper quarterback, I mean, nothing really can happen. To be honest with you, you're going to be very limited in your success. So he has to find a quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know if Mac is the guy there. I don't.
Exactly. So as many good players as you pick,
I give him one more year. Having Matt Patricia and Joe Judge as your offensive coordinators, obviously weren't gonna really do much.
That does not set you up for success. So that's
Cody Moch from North Dakota State, the famous offensive lineman with no front teeth, got drafted by the Bucs. So that was
okay.
fun.
I thought so because I saw his picture. I was like, this guy has no front teeth. Okay.
Yeah, no, that was his. That's his thing. That's his thing.
That's his thing, part. Yeah, no front teeth.
Why? I guess they got knocked out or something.
He's a. I don't know the backstory, but yeah, he's that's where he's been all draft season. The guy with no teeth. But he's the tough offensive lineman that will fight everybody.
Because he's got no teeth. Like, what does it matter? I guess just
He's played all over the line though. He's played at the Senior Bowl. They gave him snaps at center as well. A lot of people have been projecting that he could play center. So there are actually quite a few tackles in this draft that a lot of people are projecting could play center. So I really am not concerned about the center position. I really am not.
No, me neither. I'm more concerned about wide receiver.
Yeah, I think we got to get a good wide receiver.
I get a good wide receiver, and
there's
someone that can
plenty
get
still on the board.
separation.
There's plenty on the board.
I know, but it's got to be somebody that can get separation.
I agree with you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't even, like Joe Shane said, like we don't care about size. We care about can they get separation, and I'm totally with that. I don't even care about size. Like
there you go. Truth came in to tell us why he's
and he won't replace him until his football career is over. Well, how does he eat?
He eats on the side like a hockey player.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That might change. We'll see what happens.
I can clearly tell that I'm not talking to two people that watch hockey. So, yeah.
Well, no, I know the hockey.
Yeah.
I know that. That's what happens. I was thinking about that. I was wondering whether he played hockey on the side, and that's why he lost his teeth. I don't know, but yeah, we'll see.
So the Steelers pick is in. So we'll see who their pick. They did pick Joey Porter Jr., the first pick of the second round, which was a nice, cool pick.
Yeah. And you guys were you guys surprised that Levis was the first one off the board today?
The first quarterback? No, he was eventually. Someone was going to trade up. Which
hold up, I was kind of starting to wonder if he was going to be one of those quarterbacks that nobody was ever high on. Period. I was starting to think that for a second, but I think that it was a coincidence that he just didn't go in those in the first round. But seeing that the Titans traded up for him, clearly teams still found value, and then they were probably just as surprised as we were that he dropped.
All right, I'm gonna step out real quick and just get something to drink.
I am not surprised he dropped. You know why? Because if you guys saw my Instagram story today, it said that teams were questioning his personality. And if you're putting mayo in your coffee and you're eating bananas with the peel, I'm questioning your personality too. I think you might be a psychopath. So,
have you tried it though? Have you tried mayo and coffee? Because if that's what goes in, it would be excellent.
Have you?
No, that's disgusting. I would never do that.
Would you question? Okay, let's just say you and I go to breakfast and I ask for mayo and you watch me put in my coffee. Wouldn't you just be like, "What's wrong with Nikki?" Something's a little.
No, because then I'll put the peanut butter on my pancakes and be like, "All right, I feel more comfortable to be myself."
Well, I've seen people do that. Almond butter on the pancake or something.
Yeah, that's a little bit more common. To be honest with you, I don't do peanut butter on my pancakes.
Do you? So he ate the banana whole, with the peel. Do you do that?
Yeah,
Anybody do that?
I tried dropping it in a smoothie once. I just dropped the whole banana in there, except for like the tip that's going to get hard and break the whole $200 blender. But no, I've never eaten like a banana peel straight up.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I think like maybe that was some of the somebody said that he gives off really big nobody came to my birthday party vibes, and like I feel like that's. I was like, that's
nobody
so
came to
accurate.
his birthday party at Penn State, so he transferred to Kentucky.
Well, we had George Teague on Rush Hour last week, and he was not high on him. He said all Kentucky quarterbacks suck. So
I actually like him, but
right.
and I think he's 4 different offensive coordinators, 4 years. I think I don't know. I have some time for him. We'll see how it goes. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
You guys may have already talked about him, but Mock going to the Buccaneers. Yeah, that was
Talked about how he has no teeth.
Yeah, but you know what? I kind of wanted linemen without teeth. I feel like it just makes them crazy, and like you just know that they're going to be pretty damn good.
I think you have to be crazy if you're just like rolling around with no teeth. Like maybe, right? I don't know.
Apparently, there were Titans wanted to trade back up in the first round to get Levis yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Actually, they talked to the Giants apparently at 25 as well.
Oh, interesting, huh?
Yeah, but
that's interesting.
They didn't get any takers apparently. That's I think I read that either from Art Stapleton or Jordan Renan. So good sources. So yeah,
yes,
saw them say that. So that was interesting.
Good sources.
But I mean, the guy, what's about the guy, Cedric Tillman? I mean, if he had the season this year that he had last year, he may have gone in round 1.
Yeah.
So I mean, he was injured. That's it, really. So why is he dropping like this?
I agree.
He might drop all the way to 57.
Mark, I am going to. Actually, let's keep you on for a little bit longer here. What I wanted to say is, if we rotate away from you, stay tuned in because we like having you on throughout the night. Last year, you left and then came on like an hour later and stayed for an hour because the night goes on forever. But we are going to move on to our next guest just for now.
No problem.
That's cool. Stay tuned. We'd love to have you back. You know when to come back in.
Yeah, Mark, come back in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Appreciate it, guys.
Mark,
Thank
cheers.
you. Thank you, guys.
Yep. All right, guys. We got the next guest is pretty special to me because it's actually my dad coming on.
Oh, I thought he was coming on later. Is he going to come back?
Oh, all
The room is
right.
a little bit empty, and I'm just like, Dad, if you want to come on now, come on through.
There we go.
All right, here he is. Dad, are you able to hear us?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Wow. I'm trying to get the lighting right because it looks like I'm sitting in a dark room by myself.
No, don't worry about it. It makes we can see your face at least. That's okay. It's better that way.
Okay. Is it okay here? I got my Phil Simms jersey on.
We'll allow it.
Well, hi, everybody.
Hi. How's it going?
Oh, it's going A-okay.
Senator has arrived.
Nikki, correct? And Damien, is that correct?
No,
Am I right?
Dan. It's okay.
Wow.
Damn it,
At
Dad. We
last.
talked about this. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
God, Dad, come on, Senator. We rehearsed this, didn't you?
That's right. Hey, one of the things that actually came up today, I just wanted to share with everybody is I'm old, but in my senior year in high school, I went with my stepfather to the Giants-Eagles game, the fumble, right, with Pisarcik and everything else. We were actually on the escalator of the old, beautiful stadium that I still love and miss, going down the escalator, and all of a sudden we heard the voice of Bob Shepard, the voice of God, the late wonderful announcer. Eagles fumble, Giants fumble, Eagles touchdown. And we're looking at each other like we're on the escalator going down, like, what just happened? All of a sudden, people started racing out of the stadium, down the circular exits and down the escalators with their hair on fire. People were just going berserk. And we walked back to the car. We sat down and drove home to Staten Island in shock that they could possibly lose a game that they had wrapped up. Then I believe it was September 9th or no. What was the date in 2010, Michael?
It was like 4 days before Christmas.
Yeah, it was December. Yeah.
Okay.
December 19th game?
I
was at that game with my dad.
The miracle in the new Meadowlands for those Eagles fans. But I think the Giants were up 21 that game, and Mike was all pumped up. He was probably about 14. He's all jacked up. This is it. And I'm like, oh, no, it's not, Mike. This is the Giants and Eagles. I swear it's true. And the next thing you know, poof, the whole thing went down the tubes. And literally, Mike was going to jump over the side of the stadium. But I said, no, Mike, this is what it means to be a Giants fan. There will be moments.
I was at that game with my dad. And
I was there?
Yeah. And we were just like so psyched. And I'm like, no. And so that date, I hate that date. That's it. Like
I was at the second worst part to watch that game. I was at my grandma's, and we did not buy my grandma a flat screen TV yet. We still had 1985 in my grandma's living room. So we had a little TV, and my one pessimistic uncle was just like, oh, we're going to blow it. And we're like, we're up 21 points. Don't say that. And then Deshaun Jackson in our crappy grandma TV, we're just like, this is a nightmare. Merry Christmas,
heartbreaker.
Everyone.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Exactly. It was heartbreaker.
Same, James.
Remember getting like, we were walking out, so heartbroken. I have to take that drive home. There's a bunch of Eagles fans like throwing beer at us. And it's just like, what?
They're the worst.
The worst.
Oh, by the way, the last two picks, the Seahawks just picked Zach, the running back from UCLA, who's been a very good back. So that's another big running back.
Wait, time out. They already have Kenneth Walker. Why'd they get another running back?
Yeah, I don't know.
Committee, I guess. Can't hurt.
Oh, who got Cam Smith? Oh, the Dolphins. That's
the Dolphins got Cam Smith.
I like that.
Senator was going through, so I didn't want to interrupt them. So those are the last two picks.
Sorry.
So we're right here. So all the guys we wanted are still on the board. So that's huge for us. But yeah, carry on.
I just want to say thanks to all of you. Michael told me about this podcast a long time ago, and I was never actually on Twitter or anything else like that, social media, because I was always worried some ex-girlfriends would find me and hunt me down and kill me. I still am, but they haven't found out I've been on social media yet, thank goodness. But I've met so many of Michael's friends, so many wonderful people in Giants Nation, Giants Rush. I had dinner with Craig recently. Just all of you. I watch you. It's a great way to stay in touch with my son, who we miss deeply because he lives out in Chicago. We live a little north of Philadelphia. And he's got a big day coming up in September. He's getting married to our future wonderful daughter-in-law, Maddie. So it's all good. But it's been so much fun and getting to know all of you and listening to, really some in-depth, insightful, really terrific, commentary from all of you. And I really enjoy it. So I try to get on as much as possible. And tonight, Michael just called me up. I was sitting downstairs. I think I was flaking out. Doing a crossword puzzle. He's like, Dad, I'm going up to get a Diet Coke. There it is. Free advertisement. Okay. Or Diet Pepsi.
No, Pepsi's paying us for this.
Why don't you get on now? And I'm like, I thought I was supposed to be on a 10-10. I was going to be in a suit and tie. I was going to be dressed like the senator. So I didn't
that since me and Nikki are relatively new and we're the first time meeting you, so it's a pleasure. Where did you get the senator nickname?
Well, I was in the financial. I still am. I was in the financial markets. I've retired a couple of times, as Michael told you, might have told you, me not. The first time I retired back in 2016, he was off in school, and I was home for a couple of months, and I drove his mom, my wife, nuts. And she had a great line. She said, Kent, you're a man of limited skills at home. Time to get a new job. I think you get that warning flag once in a marriage, you better pay attention. So back to work I went. But in my family, we start to go gray at an early age. Starting in high school. Like Michael doesn't have that gene. His hair is dark, but he has a younger brother, James, who's 21, and James has a lot of gray hair coming in. And Sarah, his sister, is a couple years older. She's got a lot of gray hair. They blame me about it. It's like my fault. But anyway, somewhere along my career, probably about 15 years ago, one of the guys called me Senator Elwell, and that's nobody even calls me Kent. Nobody even knows my first. I don't even know if Mike knows my first name. I just go by the Senator. So that's what I mean. You see the white hair and stuff like that, but it's all good, and that's how I got the Senator nickname. And I just figure, it's just call me Senator, call me anything you want, I guess. But I just want to thank you all because I really enjoy this, and it's a thrill for me to be on it tonight. There's a lot of times I'm trying to type messages to Mike. but somehow I'm not on the right platform. So I'm typing messages to outer space. And I'm wondering, why doesn't Mike respond when I'm like, I have a great question for him and you, or, you guys, gals. And I realize I don't think I'm on the right platform, which is typical of somebody my age is trying to figure out technology.
Well, this is where all the fun is, right here on Twitter. Am I wrong?
Yeah, well,
I gotta let Damien.
not
in.
right
Damien
now.
has been in the back. I want to get the last member of Rush on for the night. Damien, what's going on, man?
What's up, Damien?
All right, there he is.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Not much. We got the whole crew in. Now. It started. I was the first one on earlier, so we're
yeah.
we're
Spartans carrying on. I got a text from Craig. I'm like, Craig, I told you I wasn't gonna get on till 7.
I got one too. Where are you? And I was like,
he's like, Spartans by himself. I'm like, well, I didn't
missed
know that.
time.
Yeah. Whoops. Sorry, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
No, all good. I was texting Craig like, Craig, I mean, while we're waiting, you want to come on? He didn't respond.
Oh, wait a second. Am I allowed to?
I made sure to tell everybody at 9 a.m. what my game plan was. So go on, Senator. What's up?
No, I was going to say, I didn't know. I just saw Nikki with a glass of wine. Am I allowed to drink an alcoholic beverage on
absolutely.
Yes, yes.
Well,
Senator,
yes.
I've been drinking all day. Went to a work event, had a few glasses of champagne, so I just thought I'll keep it going with the rosé.
Okay, very nice. Very nice.
I said cheers. It's Friday night, so why not?
Is the collective group here and now Damien that joined? Thank you, Damien, for joining me because I've got another 2 minutes before they delete me or I get blown up or something like that.
Yeah,
but,
Damien gets to stay. He's part of the crew. We're all part of the crew. We stay for 3 hours. You have to go after 10 minutes.
Okay, I understand. It's kind of like the draft selections.
That's
Wow,
pretty
you go
badass
forever
bear
last night.
logo. That should be the Bears' permanent logo. That's a badass logo.
What, are you looking at the TV?
Yeah.
It sounds like our pick last night was ideal, though.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
based on the circumstances, right?
No, if you don't go on Twitter, but yeah, it was everybody seemed to like the
No,
pick.
whatever with Twitter. They're never happy, no matter what. Like in the
Shervin
playoffs,
Dexter
they're upset.
Sr. Too bad we don't have Cranky on. Cranky would be doing a dance right now.
That's true.
And I live just about a half hour north of Philadelphia, so I'm surrounded by Philadelphia fans. And all day long, they're talking about how they stole the draft last night with both picks, from Georgia. Good picks, but it's just painful living down here. It is.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys do it.
Well, Dad, I mean, let's face it, right? I mean, you always said, like, we would never, I mean, we lived 35 minutes from the stadium, right? But you never considered taking me to a Giants-Eagles game. And I would have never treated you to that. I mean, it's not a fun experience. Even this playoff game this past year.
No, they're very abusive. It's no good. It's not fun. And even when they win, they're not gracious. You know what I mean?
No.
I think Giant fans are really terrific. I think we're really good. We're always classy at the stadium. There's no doubt about it. And yet you go there and it's just not, there's no reciprocity. It's a rough crowd.
No, it's a rough one.
It's really rough. What'd you say? Abusive? That's the right term. They are just
you got beer cans thrown at you, didn't you, Nikki?
Yeah, and they're just not nice. Yeah, like they
don't care.
They're not nice people, and especially on social media, you say one thing, and I remember we did this on Rush Hour, right, Dee? And I was talking about how when they won the Super Bowl, that guy was eating horse poop, and I clipped a shot of me saying that, and I put it on social media, and they were vicious towards me. They're like, you are a lion, bleep, 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 like all types of crazy stuff, call me all names. And I'm like, Google is your friend. If you Google this is the first thing that comes up. But they're just not nice, except for Courtney Harden. I'm sorry. Courtney's in the chat. Courtney is nice, and he's an Eagles fan, and we are very good friends. So I take it back when it comes to him. But generally, yes, I've been called every name in the book by Eagles fans and Cowboys fans. Yes.
Wait, Damien, real quick. I mean, are you live in Arizona? I mean, are Cardinals fans this nasty, or are Saints fans this nasty? I've never heard of this anywhere else.
By the way, the Chargers up.
No, the Eagles
54,
definitely
so
have the
we're
nastiest fan base for sure.
Yeah.
Cardinals. Okay. The Eagles definitely have the nastiest fan base for sure. Like the Cardinals, their fans went to a game last year, and they won the game, so they had no reason to be mean. But they were nice people. And I really haven't experienced anything like that, except for maybe Falcons Saints games. Those can get a little nasty, but that's a very big rivalry in the NFC South. So I can see how maybe that can correlate to Eagles Giants.
So the edge
Hey
from
guys,
USC.
real quick, Dad, I am going to have to cycle you through. Thank you for coming on, Pops.
Thanks. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting all of you. Thank you so much. It was a thrill. Thanks. Good night.
Good night.
All right, guys,
So,
we gotta
Mike,
open it.
how do you pronounce the edge rusher from USC? Because he just went to.
We don't. We're just gonna say
Los
TT
Angeles.
or something. Thule. We're
He just
not.
went to the Chargers. So the Giants are 2 picks away. The Kansas City Chiefs already pick is in, so this is good. So everybody, fasten your seatbelts. We're about to brace who we're going to take. All our guys are on the board realistically.
Real quick, guys, I just want to make sure we get to all our fans because it went from
Yes.
being pretty dead in there to now we got a little bit.
Yeah,
of a
now
panic.
everybody's here. So who's going to be the lucky
We're
Joe?
starting with you, brother. What is going on, man?
What's up, fam? How are you?
Hey, Joe's in the house. What's up?
Finally here. How are you?
Good.
Doing
How
good,
are
man.
you?
Appreciate you coming on.
I'm good. Thanks for having me. I was looking forward to this all day.
Aw.
Yeah. Sorry, I have lost
Yeah,
track
got
of the
you.
order here, so I apologize.
Oh,
And
yeah,
cheers.
good. Somebody else is drinking. All right, good.
Got
Like
you.
that.
Good night. So it looks like we're a couple picks away, and some of
Yeah,
our
we're
guys are
two,
still
we're
there.
2 away. So,
All right, Joe, what are they doing with this pick?
I don't know, center.
All right, I don't know. I'm asking
Michael
you.
Schmidt-
You're
Michael
the
Schmidt is-
professional. You're the professional here. I don't know.
That was all Twitter last night. You guys gave me way too much credit.
yeah, that was the funniest thing. Me and Nikki on the side go, they never heard of Twitter.
And I was watching ESPN live last night, and I was still ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't-
Twitter. It was
Well,
definitely.
Craig was
leaking.
streaming for whatever reason. Craig was
Yeah.
streaming. So.
Yeah. Okay, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Michael Schmitz. I mean, that's a guy we've been talking about. Seems like for a while. He's still
Right.
there.
Yeah.
Knock on wood. So, but I agree with Dan. He said earlier. I mean, if we can come away with a center and a wide receiver, I'm like, that's a good start to this draft. So
I think so.
How the Islanders doing? They're still winning 1-0.
up 1-0. Yes.
All right, game 7. Hopefully, I don't want to jinx it.
Hopefully. So, but
Real
Wait,
quick,
Joe,
how am
did
I
I
doing,
see you
right?
put a thumbs down to the Knicks in the chat? Did I see you do that?
hey, Nikki, we gotta talk about that Knicks stuff.
Yeah, we do need to talk
He's
about it.
he's
So
the
let's
one, the
talk
only
about it.
net fan in the.
I am
round.
truly the one and only Net fan. You're 100% right.
Man,
You're
how'd
a
you become a
Nets
Nets
fan?
fan?
Well,
My
technically,
older-
they're from Long Island. The Nets are originally from Long Island, so I'm sure that helps.
My older brothers were Nets fans, so that's how I started. I went to so many games in like how are you not? I guess they're from Jersey. How are you not?
I
a
am
Nets
from
fan?
Jersey.
I mean, come
I
on.
don't know. I just like suffering and punishment, I guess, because
That was one of the most lowest moments as a sports fan.
Then you should be a Nets fan if you like to suffer. So.
I
I'll
think
never
the
forget.
Giants and the Knicks are enough. When
Oh,
it
the,
comes
I went
the New York
to-
sports has given us a lot to suffer through for the
yes,
last
we've
decade.
suffered.
I
for a
will
long
never
time.
forget in college, I went to a Knick game at the Meadowlands. That was when the Nets had that epic losing season when they literally won like 10 games the whole entire year. And
Right.
the Knicks were just as bad.
Right.
And that was the one game where like, all right, we're gonna beat these Nets, all right? Like we go to the Meadowlands and we get smoked by the Nets. We're like, well, that was a waste of a night. And that was like when Nate Robinson got benched for no reason. So that was
Yep.
rough.
Brooklyn had their 2 shots and
Yeah.
they were in Jersey, back-to-back finals, and obviously this whole KD Kyrie thing was a nightmare. So
D, weigh in on it.
Wait, guys, time out real quick. I have a big fear. The Bears are going to take JMS. I have a really bad feeling.
they're on the clock.
No, they're not on the clock. The Chiefs
They're
are
next.
the picks in, so they're next. They traded up, I think.
Uh-oh.
All right, sorry, I just cut off everybody's story.
No. It was. I mean,
No.
this is irrelevant anyway.
We were talking about basketball, so I was gonna say have D weigh in on that.
Yeah. All right. So
Right.
who do you think Kansas City's gonna take at 55?
I mean, what does KC need? They need. I mean, their offense is pretty good. so-
They could pretty much get whatever. Oh, there's a lot of guys. A lot of guys on Daniel Jeremiah's big board that you're like, okay, we can get any of these people, and you're going to be pumped about. So you can go Washington, the tight end, Torrance, the guard from Florida, Hyatt, the wide receiver from Tennessee, go Simpson, the linebacker, then we're not going to go Ringo, but my friend liked Ringo, the corner from Georgia. So the board's wide open for the Giants. So I'm confident either way. So if Smith goes to the Bears, it sucks, but we'll get the best wide receiver and we're ready to rock and roll.
I mean, I don't follow college too much, but from what I read and hear, it seems like wide receiver is pretty deep this year.
Yeah, it's very deep.
And we can get a quality wide receiver, whether it's in second or third round. So,
right.
Guys, I mean, look, we are at a point now where we can talk about whoever we want because, I mean, odds are we'll probably get one of the next couple guys.
Right. No, so the selection's in, so Kansas City's about to go. So,
and if they get somebody that's not a position that we're in need of, then we can really the world's kind of our oyster here, depending on what Chicago does.
Yeah, we're good. By the way, Lawrence Tynes is about to do our pick this year. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, do you guys know that he still lives in Kansas City?
Yeah, I listened to his pod, so he always mentions it. So
probably looks like a king down there. He probably lives in a $2.5 million house.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
No doubt.
Spaceship.
No doubt. Just stay away from New York. You can live like king anywhere.
New York and New Jersey, forget it.
No, you can't live.
But Nikki has a nice compound, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Compound.
Oh wow, nice.
A nice compound.
But it's easy to miss at night. So.
It is very easy to miss. I apologize for that. It's like set back a little bit, and you can just pass right by it. I kind of like it that way. Nobody.
That's all right. That's
Rashid Rice from man. They really love these wide receivers, man. Kansas City got Rashid Rice.
I was never that interested in that guy.
Watch, he's gonna be a stud now.
Yeah, well, I'm not that great.
Does Tony make the team now?
So Bears are on the clock now?
Yeah, the Bears are on the clock.
Bears traded out.
I don't know the trade. If anybody,
they almost have to go O-line, no? They got to protect.
They did another one earlier, right? They already
they got the tackle from Syracuse, I think.
They might get JMS, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Chris Mickle on the chat's really
because they're gonna have to protect Fields. I mean,
right. They're like us. They have so many holes that they could literally go anywhere. So,
my thing with wide receivers, I'm still stuck on. We need.
They don't even show Kadarius Toney.
We do need a wide receiver, Joe.
How funny is that?
I'm not. Were you mad about last night's pick? I mean, it wasn't mad about it.
No, because it doesn't sound like whether it was like Addison or any of those other. It doesn't seem like they were
the Bears picks in. Bears picks in. That's quick.
All right. Does anyone have any Twitter insight? I have Twitter up, but I'm just trying to see if anyone's got the early Bears.
For the Bears pick, let's see.
Come on, Joe. You're the Twitter pro over here, getting all the leaked information. Now we got you live.
Yeah, I'm all over the place. I got Islanders, Yankees.
Tyreek Stevenson.
Oh, the corner from Miami.
Yo, who do we get now?
The board is ours. The whole board.
All right. Let's go.
I go.
It almost has to be him. Like it has to be.
Yeah.
JMS.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm just guessing, but
come on, Mark, speak it into existence.
Come on, Mark.
Come on.
Just keep refreshing Twitter.
That's what I'm doing. I'm posting a story.
Tyreek Stevenson. All right, nice. That's official.
All right, Mark. He's speaking into existence.
Giants are on the clock.
People are saying John Michael Schmitz. So
yeah, I mean, sign me up.
So here's what we're gonna do. All right, when the Giants make their selection, is where we're gonna do the transition. We're gonna get your reaction. All right, Joe, and then we're gonna sit here. We'll depart. I don't want to bring in the next fan. We're just gonna keep talking about the pick. Does that sound good? We're gonna get your immediate thoughts.
No, Joe. I think you need to be part of the Rush crew.
Yo, sign me up. Yeah, you
really?
guys.
All right.
Love you guys, man.
Picks in. Let's go.
Dibs on Joe. All right, here we go.
Wait. Picks in for who? The Bears?
Us.
No, for Giants.
How am I so far behind? What the hell happened here? Goddamn Wi-Fi.
This is what happened last night. I felt like I was light years ahead of everybody.
You were.
Picks in.
Schmidt. Yep, they got. Yep. John Michael.
We got JMS.
I'm refreshing.
Everybody's celebrating in the chat.
JMS.
Let's go. All right, Tynesy. Tynesy's on
the
board.
All right.
There's Tynesy. Nice. Wearing a Daboll shirt. There, boy. Let's go, Tynesy.
I'm watching NFL Network live right now. So,
same. Hey, our boy Sneaky.
Well, Tynes is pumped up tonight.
I love the Dayball shirt. We got to ask him where he got that.
So you guys gonna go wide receiver
John
in the third
Michael
round
Smith,
now?
baby. We got our
I think that'd
center.
be the
Nice.
idea. We'd have to go wide receiver in the third
Yeah,
round.
we must
but-
go wide
We have
receiver.
to. Oh my God, we have to.
Couldn't agree more. Yep.
And for the record, we at New York Giants Rush have had Tynes on, so feel free to look it up, guys. We've had him on twice now.
Yeah, we have.
There's Big Dash.
Yeah, you guys definitely did good interviews with Tynes. It was
He's an easy one to interview.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Yeah, 100%. All right, that's great.
So, what are your initial thoughts, JMS?
I'm pumped.
We needed.
We needed him. Pumped. Huge.
All right,
Needed
guys. Hey, Joe, I'm going to cycle through and I'm going to get our next guest up.
No, of course. No, I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Joe.
It was, my pleasure being
Dude,
on with
appreciate
you.
you.
Absolutely.
Bye, Joe.
All right, your boy Saint. Dude, what is going on?
Hey, how's it going? How's it going?
You tell us, John
up?
Michael Schmidt. What are your thoughts?
Hey, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Like you guys said, there's a lot of receivers on the board that can pull through later on.
Yeah,
I really wanted this round. This round, I wanted Mingo to come down, but yes, he got picked. The center's a good thing. Center's a good thing, especially with Gates gone. Everybody, all the transitioning. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to argue. I mean, if Neal steps up to be that guy, and then we're looking at an offensive line that at least has your three most important positions: left tackle, right tackle, center. Right. So,
Yes,
I can
sir.
live guards being a little bit weaker than the rest of them, but I mean, I can't live to see the right tackle getting thrashed.
Yeah, man. Everybody's
I
pumped.
agree. I
And
agree.
then-
I agree. I think it's
yeah.
a great pick.
Hopefully, he's our cornerstone. We have him with Thomas and Neal for the next decade and a half, and we're sitting pretty as long as everybody's healthy. So, good stuff. I'm amped. I'm very pleased. And Joe, we trust so far. Now we just get a wide receiver, and I'm pumped.
Yeah,
Now-
wide receiver would be great.
Wide
Maybe
receiver would be great.
Oh, Luke Shoemaker. He's going to be the guy that kills us for the next decade. He just got drafted by the Eagles.
Yeah.
He seems to be I thought he was going to go later. Wow. I'm shocked by that, Spartan.
Who's that?
Shoemaker from Michigan just went to the Cowboys.
The tight end, huh?
From Michigan, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of shocked about that, but he's going to kill us for the next decade, so that's cool.
I don't know. He's not that athletic, though. He kind of reminds me a little bit more of like Hutchinson.
Yeah, I'm with you, but I'm getting a joke that he's like Witten.
I'm curious on the tight end, Darnell Washington.
Yeah, he's
I wanna
still on
see
the
where he's
board.
gonna go. He's a big boy, catch the ball, physical. I'm curious on where he's gonna go next.
I love seeing the Giants draft room, just Shane and Dable, Mara.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was funny. Did you guys see Dave's not in a suit today when they introduced Banks? It was really funny, and then Mara made a joke that, we're never seeing him wear a suit until next draft.
Yeah, he just doesn't wear them. Just
Yeah, he's my spirit animal.
So what do you guys think is gonna be our win count this year? You think we got a chance of making the playoffs again?
yeah, why not?
Why
Yes, be positive.
I like
Come
it.
on.
I like it.
Come
I
on,
like it.
yes, this is year 2 now, right? Under this Brian Daboll regime, so I think it's only going to get better. I love the addition of Darren Waller. So far, this draft has been great. I think they're putting all the pieces in place that they can. So I think we're going to see a lot of improvement. And hell, yes, we can make the playoffs.
All right, I think we're gonna be in that bubble like we were this year. We're gonna be like, if we just miss the playoffs, we just miss the playoffs, or we get a couple wins at the end of the year, we get in. But it's gonna be like we're gonna be that 7-9. Well, it can't be 7-9, but yeah, we're gonna be that 8-9, 9-18 this year. And if we make the playoffs, it's great. If not, it is a disappointment. But somewhere along the line, we lost like a heartbreaking game that that cost us a playoff game.
But I mean, there is a boom or bust situation where it's like we could miss the playoffs. But look, if at the same time our upper edge is higher than I think last year was, we could potentially be a division competing team depending on how things.
Yeah,
work
and we're also going to have a tougher schedule this year. So
that's the challenge. I mean, it's the tougher schedule. But you know what? They look.
We always have a tough schedule. So
you're right. They played tough. You're right. There was look. We said it was an easy schedule last year, but the reality is we played Jacksonville and thought they would suck. And they turned out to be a playoff team, and we beat them at home. Granted, it was 90-10 mobbed by Giants fans, so it was really a home game for us. But, it's any given Sunday. I just hope the Eagles decline a little bit. Like, I hope they somehow regress, but I don't know if that's happening.
That would be ideal, man.
Right.
Sign me up for that. I'm really happy that we got what we needed, the first 2 picks. I've definitely mocked this scenario 100 times. I'm not going to toot my own horn because I'm not that guy, but I've definitely practiced this. So I hire me, Joe. I'm just kidding, of course. But we got what we needed, and I need that Dave shirt that Tynes had. So we got to find where he got that.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
You guys all go to the games every year?
Yeah, I do. I have season tickets, so I try to make every game. If I don't, I probably maybe miss 2 a year, if something.
I live in Chicago, so I can only go to a lot of the away games. But I still try to come.
That's how I was.
Where you live, man?
I was like that. So right now I'm in Germany.
Wow,
I'm stationed in Germany. I'm military.
I was going to ask. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you for your service.
Okay, appreciate it. Yeah.
So what time is it now in Germany? What time is it in Germany?
It's about 2 a.m, almost 3 a.m.
Wow, man.
Yeah,
you don't have to get up for work, do you?
No, not tomorrow. No.
Okay.
Gosh. Well, thanks for coming on with us.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Oh yeah.
All the more reason to be positive that the Giants are going to make the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying.
I know, God, bunch of party poopers here. Jeez.
I'm not a party
Everyone
pooper.
doubted the Knicks. Look what
I know. Look at the Knicks. I know. Everybody doubted us. Look at. Oh, actually, we have a member of the Cavs and 6 team right here. Damien said it was going to be Cavs and 6.
I did. I was wrong. I was wrong about that. The Knicks got a real shot. This Heat series is going to be very, very interesting.
It is.
It is. I think it's going to be a battle. I think it's going to be a great series for them. Both teams have a lot of energy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of energy.
Well, we're excited. Sunday, right?
Oh yeah.
That's the next.
Yep, Sunday.
Yep, Sunday.
Gosh.
The days always mix me up here because my time
reminders
and your time.
Times of old Heat Knicks.
I feel like the Knicks, like with the Cavs series, like that felt like some 90s old school defense that was going on.
So
for sure.
The Bills were
it definitely was an old school series when it came to that. And I think Heat Knicks is going to be the same thing.
Yeah.
I would love for the Knicks to get to the next round, right? Because that'd be the first time since 1999, I think.
Oh yeah. That'd be awesome. That'd be. Ooh. People will be hype in New York.
I dare anybody on Giants Twitter to bash this pick.
What, Buffalo?
No, us.
Oh
no, I don't think anybody. I like the. I'm actually curious on this Buffalo Bills pick right now. Picking offensive guard.
Yeah, I like that pick for Buffalo too.
I thought they were gonna go wide receiver or something, but that works.
Let's see what Cincinnati does. Oh, do we see what Cincinnati? We didn't see it yet, right?
Yeah, they're on they just came up to the podium now. Okay. AJ Green, man, I forgot he retired.
The Bengals just need to keep going offensive line, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, DJ Turner.
Yeah, DJ Turner, the DB from Michigan. We were mocked to have him in a couple of people's mocks, which was probably kind of crazy
Yeah.
as well. So I don't know. He wasn't he the fastest 40 for DB this year at the combine? I think he was.
believe so. I think he ran a 4.26 or something. 4.24.
Yeah,
4.25.
something silly.
Something crazy.
I'm with you, Mike. So, yeah, no, 89 pick, unless we move up or move down, has to be a wide receiver or, dare I say, a linebacker.
Yeah.
Now we wait. So,
I mean, High is still on the board, but it's gonna be a while. I don't think he'll be. I don't think he'll make it.
Torrance just went. I don't know. I missed that.
Hey guys, are we still going live on Twitter? Just want to make sure. I mean, I saw the comments saying that we went off for a sec.
I just got the notification, so I didn't click on it.
Sounds good. Hey, real quick, your boy, man, we just want to appreciate you for coming on.
Yeah,
dude.
we're on.
Oh yeah, appreciate
Yeah,
you guys.
thank you for your service,
Absolutely,
man.
dude. Yeah,
We
thank you so
appreciate it.
much.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for staying up late for us.
Yes, sir.
Take care, man. Go
Stay
Blue.
safe out there, all right?
All right, guys. I am a little sorry, it's getting a little backlogged here.
So, yeah, go with Wes because he was supposed to go on like a half hour ago.
Tell you what, can we bring Wes and Scott on at the same time?
Yeah, bring them both on.
Yes. The more the merrier.
Glad you were in here first. I just want to say thank you so much.
Yay!
Thanks,
Guys, how we doing?
Hi,
Doing
Scott.
good now that you're here, man.
Nice shirt. Nice shirt.
I'm repping tonight. Here we
You
go.
love it.
All right.
Nice.
All right.
By the way, go to our store if you haven't gone to our store.
Yes.
Pick
We're
up some
drinking.
fresh
We're
gear.
ready to roll.
I'm drinking too. Yes. All right.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
guys.
Right on, Chris. I'm with you right away. Yeah. So Chris is one of my best friends on Twitter and just overall. And he has a Nick Gates jersey. Remember, Nikki, I was joking with you that you need to get this signed for me.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh,
it's
that
him.
Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, yeah, he had a Nick Gates jersey. Now he's definitely going to be getting a JSM jersey. So, Chris loves the centers.
All right.
Love
All
it.
right, Scott, give us your thoughts. What are you thinking? Like the last two picks, how
Listen,
do you feel?
I think JMS falling to us is great. I think that's a huge for the Giants. I think it settles things down. Your group had Jack Anderson on, and I didn't know that Anderson played center for the Eagles.
No one did.
Right, that
really
was a
funny.
great nugget. I didn't know
Yeah.
like Kelsey took a rest when he was with Philly, so I think that's very big. As a backup, I think Anderson can move in there. And I love the kid Banks. Listen, forget the Twitter haters. These guys got to play. I actually would have taken Chase Young several years ago over Andrew Thomas. And look what happened. Chase Young, who was all world, unfortunately is hurt. They're not going to pick up his fifth-year option. And look, we got Andrew Thomas. So you have to let this play out, as we know. And I think it's great. I think it's great for Banks. It's great for the Giants. Like Dan just said, we could go wide receiver, maybe a linebacker now. But I'd like to see another lineman, quite honestly. I don't want to wait to the back end of the draft.
They're like relief pitchers. You can never have enough of them.
You can never look if you want to take a chance on an edge rusher. Hey, why not? I mean, it can't hurt. We'll see. Listen, I'm very pleased, and you got to trust these guys.
Totally.
I expect to go to the playoffs this year. I'm looking at like a 2-game improvement. I'm looking at like 11-win team here.
That would be huge. If
we win 11 games, man.
Listen,
party at Dan's house.
There's no
party
reason,
at my house.
Right? There's no reason to not expect Danny Jones to just accelerate and keep going here. You protect Jones. I think the sky's the limit. It really is. People are stuck on, he's making $30 million. He's making all this money. Hey, Jones said it himself. He's coming into this year, same offensive staff, same plays. You got Darren Waller now. We got Cage around. We got Colin Johnson coming back.
Bellinger.
Right. All these Bellinger, right? Blocking. All these guys are 6'6", big dudes. I'm excited for this. I mean, look, I'm a little nervous about the guard situation. I don't want to hear about Shane Lemieux again. It's over here. It just is. You got to move on.
Right.
But I'm very excited.
Yeah.
No, there's a reason to be optimistic, and me and Nikki and Spartan have talked about it ad nauseum. It's all about the explosive offense. We need to find to get that explosive plays.
Right.
Obviously, last year we didn't have that, obviously, but we still found ways to be explosive with Saquon. So, and Daniel Jones with his feet. So, it's been really good. So they need to find a way. They need to find a way to be more explosive. And I think year two in the Kafka Daboll thing,
Right.
it's been huge. So
right, I think look, Kafka got his interviews, and I think listen, the league he put everybody on notice, but he's still young too. He's got some new toys to work with now, and I just think again, if we can protect Jones, I think Saquon will come back into the fold eventually. I think that the contract theatrics will quiet it down when camp gets closer. I'm not worried about Saquon Barkley missing any of these mini camps. He knows the offense. He's a true pro. I think he'll be at training camp. He will not sit out. And quite frankly, look, the Browns gave Nick Chubb like 2 years, $33 million. I think that's what Saquon. I think that's what they're looking at.
I've been saying that all along. It's basically comparison to get Nick Chubb contract. That's really where it's at. I would be okay with that.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
I personally think Nick Chubb is more complete back than him. Like
I do.
Actual running back.
Yeah, look, I think what hurt Saquon Barkley this year is, let's face it, Austin Eckler, who's on an explosive Charger team. There was no market for Austin Eckler. I mean, he's a good running back.
Right.
They wanted, no one wanted to touch Austin Eckler. The Chargers gave this player permission, like they do in basketball. Hey, go out or go out and seek another deal, and then we'll see where we're at.
And he hasn't moved to the end zone, so he's led the league in touchdowns the last 2 seasons too.
Right.
So
That's
the crazy thing.
Absolutely. So, but look, I like what they're doing. I think Dable. Look, you watch the Giant website. I mean, all these players like Dable, he's got a great reputation. He knows what he's doing schematically, so he puts players in the right position. But let's face it, and you guys have talked about it. We got to beat Philly. We
have to find a way to split with the Cowboys and Eagles for us to stay afloat.
No doubt about it. That's you got to beat you. And look, Dallas. Hey, they got a lot of good players too, but Philly right now, their draft's crazy. They get Jalen Carter falls to them at 9. It's nuts. I mean, it's crazy, right?
Yeah, no, it's. Oh, so the Texans just picked the center from Penn State, Juice Scruggs. So now the centers are flying off the board. So good job, Giants.
There we go.
Right.
There we go. That's what we needed. So
I'm surprised he went in this round.
Yeah, everybody's ranking him like the mid round. So
right.
The Texans got nervous. So good job by us.
Yeah,
that was all started by the Jets with Tippmann. So
I know. Yeah.
All right. Hey, Scott, man, I'm going to cycle on in the next guest here. I do want to say thank you for hopping on.
Scott, thank you for
Nice, guys. I was a little late. You guys were great.
Yeah, thank you for repping New York Giants Rush,
Thanks, man.
We really do appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.
You
Go
too.
Giants.
Go Giants.
Bye.
All right, guys, on to the next one. Wes, I know you've been sitting here for a while, and you should have been going a little bit earlier there. What's going on, Wes?
Hey, guys.
Westy,
how's it going?
what's up? How's it going?
Good. Can you hear me?
You're crystal clear. I know you're amped up. I didn't get to text you right away. So what's going on?
Not
Tell
too
me
much.
about it.
It's pretty exciting.
How's our group chat? I'm sure our group chat's probably going crazy right now.
I have not checked it.
Yeah.
I've been just watching you guys, and it's like we're dog sitting, so I've been doing stuff with the dogs and everything. So not my normal setup. So sorry if I look like a glare.
You look like a Giants fan, man. It's all good.
So West, what kind of dog? Hard-hitting question. What kind of dog?
There's 2 Huskies and a Malamute.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So plenty of dog here.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta scrape that up. That's for sure. So this is the last pick of the second round we made, guys. The Broncos select. Hold on.
Now we got the whole third round to go through.
Hold on. We're on for the third round too?
We'll cycle through the guests and see how far we can get here.
Oh, Nikki.
This is funny.
The last pick, go the Broncos.
Oh, the Broncos.
Have any more wide reshivers come off the board?
Short. Yeah, Mims went to the Broncos.
Oh. That was the one person I thought maybe they might take instead of the center. I thought maybe they might take Mims.
Yeah. So, do we try to trade, like, depending on the scenario, with all the good on the board, pick up? That might be the way to go. I don't know. I'm trying to get my inner Joe Shane working right now. Like, what would be the perfect scenario? Like Craig says, is there any specific wide receiver on the board that we would want in the third round? I would, at this rate, want Hyatt because people saying he was an outside chance of making the first round. So I wouldn't hate that.
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't like it when guys are dropping like this.
Yeah, that's the one scary thing.
Everybody's passing on the dude.
Yeah, something's up. Something's up. They probably don't like the offense.
I would be very happy with Josh Downs.
Independent Insider says Drew Sanders. We do need another linebacker, so I wouldn't hate that pick.
Yeah, he's dropping too. What's going on with that guy?
It's probably because of linebackers. I don't know. It's like running backs, I guess. Not this year, obviously, because running backs are flying off the boards. All the big running backs are gone, basically. So,
I am surprised with the running backs getting taken. I mean, especially teams that didn't seem running back needy. I mean, that's the most.
Yeah, like we mentioned 2 hours ago, the Lions. That still was the craziest.
It's funny. Yeah, like we mentioned 2 hours ago, we were still live.
Oh my goodness.
So what do you think, West?
What's up?
Oh, so no, you also went to the draft party. So since we got the new audience, so what do you think about the draft party? Mal enjoyed her time going to the draft party.
It was crowded.
That's what I heard. You told me that it was more crowded than normal. So
yeah, like last year wasn't too bad. I did get there a little later than normal. I wasn't expecting there to be like a ton of traffic getting into the stadium.
Sure.
Like I think we sat at the Turnpike exit getting into the stadium maybe like 10 minutes on the off ramp, and then no one knew like how to drive for a parking lot. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Just go park.
Blame it on the Jets.
Blame it on the Jets. And then it was good. I mean, Andrew Thomas's line was like an hour long, so we kind of bailed on that.
That's what I heard. That's what you told me. There was actually good players.
Yeah, because Hodgins and Andrew Thomas were together, and then Paris Campbell and Jamison Crowder were together. Their line was shorter, and I just like bailed on that like line, and I heard it was like an hour wait. And then because we heard Bellinger and Wandell were signing inside like the season ticket holder area, and I had my Robinson jersey on, so I'm like, let's go see Robinson.
Might as well. So, by the way,
I am lit cold. I am a little bit lit. That's all right.
By the way,
somebody has to be on this show.
I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
I feel bad that I'm not. I do feel like these Diet Pepsis and
you might have to.
Oh my god, you're just like pounding soda.
You might have to drizzly order something. So, by the way, Wes mentioned Isaiah Hodgins. Me and Nikki had a blast last Saturday at the camp. We definitely had a lot of fun meeting Isaiah and a few other people, Sam Prince, just to name a few. Definitely a cool opportunity. Thanks to the AMP Entertainment for inviting us over again. So we definitely had a blast. Hopefully we work with them more down the future. Would be cool. So
I want to know Nikki, what Cold is lit? Cold, are you lit? Let us know.
He was not lit when he was on earlier. He was
he lit?
very, very with it.
Is that a what is that a good thing or a bad thing, Mark? I never played center.
Oh, Independent is lit. He's lit on Honey Jack.
I wonder if that's like a Minnesota thing. Like maybe their offense, they want to point it down.
Okay.
I'm not.
All right, just drinking. I mean, I know you guys are having serious discussion, but I'm just keeping track of everyone who's in the chat here.
They're asking for flip hairs. Oh, here we go. It started.
Who asked for the flip hair? Oh my god! Oh, the hair flip, the hair shakes.
Again, you guys didn't overlap each other tonight. Real Cold G and Nikki. There was a 2 second like
two-toe.
Yes.
Oh, Cole's not a drinker anymore. I know. We got to get Cold on. Even if it comes on for 2 seconds, just talk to me. Just say hi.
Cole, real Cold, you got the link, man. You know you can hop back in.
The Bears pick Zach Pickens, defensive tackle from South Carolina. Okay. I'm at this point, like this is where we need you, Spartan Mike, in your draft show. It's basically not. You can still get huge talent, starting talent right away in the third round, but this is starting to be where, like, all right, this is where our homework comes in. Of all right, well, let's get our diamonds in the rough, and we have a starter for the next 4 years, and hopefully get that second contract with us.
I'm curious to see who these Eagles take the next 2 picks since they
They
got
have
that pick from
back-to-back
Arizona.
picks? Oh my goodness!
I'll be honest, I'm not really curious. I feel like I just get angry every time.
I know, right? We don't care. We don't give a shit.
They're gonna find some like guy that we never heard of, and he's gonna find a way to murder us every game, like Boston Scott.
Yep.
They could take that little guy from Kansas State. That Vaughn,
Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah,
I actually like Deuce a lot, so that would hurt my feelings.
Ha.
That would be so Eagles, and then he becomes Boston Scott, and just you know the rest if you're a Giant fan.
Yep.
Oh, Howie's on the phone. Who we pick? Who are they picking? I hate the Eagles so much. I'm in a fantasy league. My one friend invited me, and it's all his college buddies from Philly and the surrounding areas where you guys are from, and they are just relentless on being Eagle fans. And they joke with me because I always mock them, and they're like, "Are you sure Dan's not an inside Eagle fan?" Because I always break their news. I'm like, "I'm the group chat's Schefter. Don't worry about it." And I always send them the crying gift from the Super Bowl. So, and they find a way to defend that, which is hilarious to me.
Well, I do love that Cold called Spartan mush of. What do you call you? Mush of
Said
Sparta.
Moshe Sparta and said that I
Yes.
rolled him out the door. I'm like,
Oh, like a bad house cat.
real Cold G, man. Yeah, I gave you 10 minutes. And yes, some people got 25, but that's just because we really have to
That
work
was the
together.
low of the draft. You could come back. Don't worry.
Everybody's welcome back on.
Does Michigan State have anyone else that might get drafted tonight or tomorrow, or they might be done?
No, I don't think so.
Because that wide receiver went.
The wide receiver just left. Why am I
He
drawing?
went second round. Reed, I think he went.
Yeah, Reed. Yeah, I mean, look, because the story there with him is that the quarterback play was terrible. The offensive coordinator sucked. But last year and the year before, I mean, he balled out. He was talented. He was just underutilized. Like, clear example of a dude that's underutilized asset. So yeah, I knew he was going to be phenomenal. Just like all Spartans are.
Brian Lewerke.
Not all. I may have said all, but I was lying.
Not all.
Brian Lewerke really sucked. And to tell you the truth, probably shouldn't say this on this program, but like the amount of times we saw when he was the quarterback my last 2 years, like the amount of time we saw him like partying on like a Thursday night, 2 nights before the game, just out at the bar. Yeah, it'd be kind of like when you see celebrities like, Lewerke, what's up? And then you realize, like, wait, I'm hammered at 1 a.m. He's hammered at 1 a.m. He has a football game against Penn State. I don't have that. What's he doing here?
So that explains why he threw Banks his first interception at Maryland then. Because he was
exactly. I know, dude, that play is so funny to watch. I mean, I guess fortunately we won that game, but I mean, Christ Almighty, it was just so disappointing because he started as a sophomore and had a good year, and then just the next 2 years just sucked.
All right, the Eagles picks in. Cheers again. Drink them if you got them. Cheers
guys.
in the chat. Let's go. It's Friday night. We're watching the
Everyone
draft.
is my boy right now except for Nikki. Go Giants. Wow.
Whoa, who said that?
Wow. Wow.
Independent insider. Going hard
My
in the
boy.
paint.
And yes, our punter was great. Our kicker sucked. He missed from 2 yards out, and we lost to Indiana. And I'm still
That's rough.
yeah. Enough of my complaints. It's all positive, right? We just got JMS.
I don't want to hear any fans complaining. Like, oh
No
my God,
complaints.
like shut up already with the complaints.
Yeah.
Like they're so
Well,
annoying,
missed-
just constantly going and
missed this one
complaining
play
and
against
kissing and moaning. And it's just like enough already. You go on Twitter and it's like a cesspool. Everybody's so negative. I can't stand it. Ugh, I hate it.
what?
Yes, Nikki. Yes.
What? What?
That's Giants Twitter for you.
What?
It's the worst.
All right, hey Wes, I'm gonna cycle through to the next
Westy,
guest, man. I
thanks
do
for coming on.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on. Apologies for the wait and everything like that.
Yeah,
man.
I'm talk to you later.
Yeah, sounds good. Enjoy, guys.
Take care.
We got
All right, we're gonna add
Johnny.
our
We
next
got my
guest.
guys. We got Johnny and Snacks. We could bring them both in at the same time if you want.
You want Johnny and hold up, Joe? Joe's been waiting the
Oh,
longest.
Joe, I'm sorry. I didn't see Joe. Joe, my bad.
Joe, what's going on, man? You've been sitting there for a while, bro.
Joe, what's on your
Oh, it
Yankee
hasn't
hat?
been that long. It's been all right. Hey, I've been
Joe, what-
enjoying the show. It's been great.
Joe, what's your Yankee hat say? That's a good one. That's a good Yankee hat. Snacks, you got to get that Yankee hat.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, thoughts on JSM? JMS. Sorry, dyslexia kicked in. What's your thought on the picks?
I think it's great. I think the board has been breaking in the Giants' favor, considering where they're picking. They've gotten quality picks at positions of need, and I didn't think I thought for sure Chicago was going to snatch him up like right there, and
I was worried about that too. Yeah.
The fact that he dropped there, and the Giants were able to I figured going to shore up the middle of that line for probably close to a decade. I think it's important. I think big winner tonight is Daniel Jones. That's something I think he's gonna appreciate, not having tackles like up in his face like 2 seconds after the ball is snapped. So so it's been pretty good. It's been fun. It's been fun to watch and fun to see all the players that everyone had picked in the first round. Like not for them, it's not fun for them, but just watching how much you can speculate in the off season and just get it completely wrong. No matter how many mock drafts you do, you can never ever really predict. So it's been fun. It's been a good time.
If you could have any player right now still available, who would you want?
Trenton Simpson.
Trenton Simpson?
Yeah, or Ed
Oh,
Herbig.
yeah, he's
and Ed Herbig is
he's
another
still
one
on the
from
board.
Wisconsin.
Sorry, my 1-month-old is in the background right now, so apologize for that. No,
Yeah,
the
geez,
Eagles
stop
just took
freaking
the
having kids,
tackle.
will ya?
Alabama, the Eagles just took the guard from the tackle from Bama, and then the safety from Illinois, Sidney Brown. Damn it.
Yeah.
Sidney Brown's pretty good from everything I heard. He ran a 4.27. So,
Yeah, he's good.
kudos for the Eagles making the back-to-back picks, and we don't have to wait. We kept on going, so good job by them. That's the one thing I'll give them credit for. But damn,
Make our night a little bit
he was a all 10 selection, first team. Sidney Brown. That's damn it. It's a good pick.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it. It's really amazing.
And he's a dominant special teamer. Daniel Jeremiah is saying in his cues. He is a ball magnet. Oh, great. So you know what that means.
All right, guys, real quick. I have to say something. Let's. I think we're getting a little too ahead of ourselves. Like, no matter what Philadelphia ends up doing, we are giving them a ton of credit. And a ton of props. Let's remember something. They lost a lot of players this offseason.
They definitely did.
And I've never. I mean, I haven't seen a team at least in years go 14. Win 14 games and then do just as good the next year. So we don't know what.
You're right. We have no idea.
No, but
it's just their track record. You're like, oh, okay.
No, I feel you. But I'll tell you what. I mean, after watching that year after the Super Bowl that they had in 2018, it's like, look. I mean, they reached the pinnacle, the mountaintop, and that Sidney Brown dude is good. Damn it.
Yeah.
Crap.
Yeah.
That just kind of killed my whole spiel there.
No, yeah. So sorry. I was trying to save you from that spiel.
Yeah. Wait a second. That guy is good. Why do the Eagles keep taking good players? Damn it. All right. Whatever.
Yeah, but every season is always the great unknown. You know,
Right.
you can
Any given Sunday.
injuries could happen. You know, there's always unforeseen circumstances that pop up.
Maybe
People
Jalen
don't
Hurts.
perform the way they're supposed to
They
perform.
lose both
you know.
coordinators. They lost.
Well, with
they
the
lost-
Eagles, remember something with the Eagles. Like every time we expect them to be great, like the dream team, they suck. Every time we anticipate nothing,
Right.
they turn out to ball out, right? I mean, this past year and the year they won the Super Bowl, we didn't expect them to. No one did. I expect them to be better this past year. They were definitely set in stone, but I didn't think 14 wins.
So everybody expects them to be the dream team this year, so maybe they're going to suck this year. So hey,
you hear what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's something to look forward to.
I'm with you on that. Drew Sanders just went to the Broncos. I know someone put him. Oh, Independent had him. Yeah, that would have been a good
That's
pick.
a good spot
if
for
he
him.
fell. Yeah,
That's a good spot for him.
Good.
And since losing Von Miller, I'm sure they've been looking to like get that pass rush going. I think he's a good fit there.
yeah. No, Craig's definitely screaming at the moment that we didn't get him.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think he was going to drop to 89.
Neither did I. But Craig's been wanting him he's been talking him up for the last couple months. So
You think the Giants have enough draft capital to trade up and make a move for somebody they really like?
yeah, I think so. What, we got rid of 2 picks last night.
Yeah.
So we have 8. Well, at the time before tonight, we had 8 picks left. So yeah, I mean, it's like monopoly money, and there's always price to be had. So
Is Tank Dell still available? I mean,
I did not. Yeah, he's still available. It was Rice that got picked. So yes,
that's kind of a wild card. I mean,
that is a lot of people like him.
I mean, 3rd round wouldn't be bad. I mean, I know a lot of people were
like Nikki mentioned, it's all about getting separation, and he definitely does it. So, but the height definitely scares a lot of people off. But yeah,
I'm watching Independent try to take his foot out of his mouth. No, and it's pretty funny. Like in the comments.
I'm with Joe right there. So
no, we love you, Independent.
And a sleeper that I hope maybe the Giants consider for further down is Justin Shorter from Florida.
Okay.
Good size, possession receiver. Not the separation isn't there, but he's somebody that, you know, can attack the ball at the high point. And he was just someone who, again, contested catches is always, I feel like the last few years have always been sort of a problem. And he's somebody that, you know, you put the ball in his direction, he's going to catch it. And, you know, why not waste a 6th round? And not waste, but use a 6th rounder on someone like him with his skill set.
I'm with you. Oh, it's 1-1 in the other.
Got any updates? I'm so behind. Who's picking?
The Lions are picking.
Yeah, I was kind of upset that I knew in my heart of hearts, I knew that the Giants weren't going to pick Jack Campbell at 25. So I was happy that Detroit took him early because I didn't have to, you know, have my heart shattered that the Giants were just going to just like pass him up anyway, because he was my favorite player in this whole in the whole draft. He reminds me a lot of Chris Spielman, and not to age myself, but he reminded me a lot of Brad Van Pelt. And yes, I have seen Brad Van Pelt.
Wow, you look great.
Play live,
you look
so
great.
yes.
Wow, you look great, man.
Thank you. So you know, the original number 10. So but he also reminded me a lot of Garrett Reasons too. And I felt like the Giants in the middle of the defense have been lacking, just like hard nosed, just, you know, go get it, like instinctual linebacker. And I thought he would fit that bill, but again, I didn't think they would really pull the trigger on him. So I was happy that, you know, Detroit took him. I was like, all right, I don't have to worry about the Giants not picking him, because they wouldn't have been able to pick him anyway. So you know, that actually you know, made me happy a little bit.
Oh, Independent, we don't want to get you in trouble with your wife. We really don't.
No bueno. You want to put Independent on?
No. We don't want to get trying to get in trouble. It's just, I know he meant well. I was just giving him a hard time. Danny, we can't hear you.
I know. Right? I forgot to mute. The first time I did talking with the mute on today. No, Costa Rica, thank you for following. I know we talk all the time. Thank you for your continuous support. By the way, thank you for everybody watching so far, and who's been on. It's already 9:30. We're already going 2 hours strong, 2.5 hours strong. So thank you for that. Be sure to like, subscribe, all the other fun stuff. We're trying to grow Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, follow us on Instagram. I've been trying to promote that really hard. So we got Spartan Mike with the draft recaps tonight. Hopefully we do that quickly. So we post that up and we get his reactions quickly with that. And Nikki's going to be helping out with that as well. So
what? Nikki's doing what?
Nikki's going to start doing
Nikki's going to take a shot right now.
Yeah. Shot.
Simon Says shots.
Simon Says. Oh, we should play that.
There we go.
That would
the
be
Lions are on the board.
Rush hour next week. Just me and Spartan drinking.
Yes, there we go. Show up to work. It's 12 the next day. Frank, my man, Brad Van Pelt, MSU stud, correct. Thank you.
That's right.
Reminding everybody.
That's right.
Man, the Giants really had very good Michigan State people on in our
Daxco
history.
Burris, Brad Van Pelt. I wish I could say the same for
Carl Banks.
Carl Banks.
Shermer was a
Mark Ingram.
Shermer.
It's fine. We can forget about that. But every Super Bowl team the Giants have ever had, they have had a.
I remember you saying that. Hold on. So who was Michigan State in '46?
Greg Jones.
That's right. Oh, Hooker went. He went to the Lions. There we go.
Finally.
Ooh.
That was they were saying him.
Joseph, I'm gonna switch you out right now for the next guest, man. But I just want to say thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Joe. We could do snacks, John, and we could bring snacks in as well.
Is this the squad?
Yeah, we could even bring Chris in as well. We can knock 3 people out at the same time. All my guys.
Squad.
This is my tailgating crew. except
Oh,
for
what
Chris.
is up, guys?
Snacks is not in here. Let me go text Chris.
Is this Nicky Snacks? Is this the
Yeah,
Nicky
this is the
Snacks?
famous
Oh, I
Nicky
met him.
Snack.
I met him at the tailgate, man. We must have missed each other by 2 minutes.
Nicky Snacks was probably pounding some Captain Morgan.
Yeah, Snacks gets really
cursing somebody out or kissing somebody.
Nice.
Anything's possible with Snacks.
So yeah. So what do you guys think of the draft pick? I know Chris mentioned that he's going to be getting a jersey soon. Johnny, what do you think? What do you think about the draft pick and where are we going in the 3rd round?
I'm pumped about JMS. I'm really happy about that. I think it was a good move. Fits a position of need. 3rd round, I have no idea. I'd like to see them go wide receiver maybe, but I don't even know who's going to be there in the 3rd round for them. So Mims is gone now. Rice is gone. So I guess we'll see.
You know, Cole, I'm trying. We it's been a long night, so I'm gonna get my guys on too. So, yeah, no, thank you both for coming on. Chris, what do you think? 3rd round, what are we feeling?
I'm just excited, man. I'm so hyped to have real pieces on the line now. You know, if Neil can pan out with Thomas and now JMS, it's just exciting to have that potential. Like you guys were talking about fans earlier, and it was making me think about going to the Vikings game and just being in playoff atmosphere. I know that it was a bonus, and that might not be expectations going forward, but it's just exciting I feel like we're finally going in the right direction. We're finally, doing things the way we should be doing, and I'm just happy, man. I'm happy.
Yeah. We got talent in much needed positions, and hopefully we knock it out of the park with the running back, the next pick, with the next opportunity we get here. And, I got to be honest with you guys. So let me just ask this. What's going on with Tennessee? Why are these guys dropping?
Yeah, no, I think it's their style. I think it's their style of offense. It's just
What do they run? I mean, it's SEC. I would have figured they run a standard offense. But to be honest,
they got that.
They run the
run and shoot.
Yeah, the run and shoot, and plus Hooker had the ACL.
Yeah,
there has to be health concerns about Hyatt for him to drop this far.
Yeah, it's got to be something with the system. So then I don't even know who the next best receiver is.
Tank Dell just went to Houston, by the way. I know that he was brought up a few minutes ago, so Tank Dell is gone.
Spartan, you want a running back at 89?
Hell no.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, like you bring up a good point, but the thing is, like, I don't even really want to deal with drafting running back for the next couple of years. Like, I feel like we stay away from it unless there's an opportunity to get somebody past like the third round. But we got to really reload in the areas of need before we do anything in running back. But obviously, the Saquon situation gets a little challenging.
We still got 19 picks, right? We have 89.
89.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's pick 70 now.
We have a whole lot of drinking to do, guys. What are you guys drinking tonight?
I'm just chilling, sober.
I've been trying to lose some weight, so I'm on vodka drinks tonight.
Vodka, Diet Coke.
Yeah, exactly.
I got the wedding.
All right, here he is. Sorry,
Someone.
Yeah, there we go.
There
he is.
There
Nicholas, nice to see you.
What's up, assholes?
Nice to see you too, Snacks. Snacks, we met at the Colts tailgate.
Yes, we did.
Yes, sir.
You look good.
To see you, man.
How are you guys? Guys doing a great job.
Yeah. It's a marathon right now.
Marathon. Why is my shit all blurry?
You were rated R when you came into the camera. Everybody comes in with a little. You had a parental advisory warning at the bottom of your camera with a little rated R logo.
Fair enough. It's fair enough.
How many busts do we get drafted, Snacks?
Well, so far we've drafted 2 busts, so I think
we've only drafted 2 players.
No, but in all seriousness, I'm quietly very happy with what we've done so far. So,
yeah, that means he likes it.
I do. I don't want to say it out loud because I'm the most pessimistic D-bag in the world, but
oh, so we'll get along great.
He likes to be
negative. I think so.
No, boy, do we have a host for you.
Come on Wednesday nights now.
I see you guys on Wednesdays. No, the JMS pick was really that was awesome. I didn't think he would fall that far, and I saw a bunch of mock drafts us taking him in the first round, and we got him in the second.
Yeah.
Are we kidding? Like, that's unbelievable.
By the way, Byron Young went to the Raiders. He's 6'3", 294, senior at Alabama. You can't go wrong ever getting anybody on the defensive side from Bama. So good pick by the Raiders.
Which is not said often.
Never.
No, they got a quarterback in 2007 that was pretty good. What was his name again?
Oh, yeah, that's right. He could throw the football a country mile on his knees. Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that.
Jamarcus
from LSU.
Wait, time out. Mr. Segal, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. All right.
Ready for Nick's heat?
Oh, yeah. So, all right. So, Nicky's here. We're all Nick fans except for Chris. Nick's in
6.
I say 6.
Oh, yeah, 5. Screw it.
Nick's in 5.
All right. Nick's in 5. All right. I
I
like it.
Snacks is
What is vodka and buttered rolls? What is that? Is that a combination? Did I see that in the chat? Vodka and buttered rolls. I don't know.
Well, it's probably
both of them on their own sound nice, but
yeah, I mean, independent. Like, is that a combo that's like known? People do that?
I'll say
Keandre Miller from TCU went to the Saints, so he's basically going to be the Kamara backup and take over eventually. It seems like
they're gonna trade Kamara probably,
and they just signed Jamal Williams too. So
that's right. I completely forgot about that. So
that's an interesting.
Kamara might actually get traded.
That's why I didn't get why people were killing them last night when they drafted a running back at 12. They lost Williams. They don't like Swift. The Lions.
No, they got Montgomery from the Bears.
Yeah, they got Montgomery, the Lions, but then they're
Johnny. My thing is though, like, I know he gets hurt, but like, why do you not like DeAndre Swift? The guy, when he's healthy, is unbelievable.
I love him. I'm a huge fan.
I had him in fantasy, and I thankfully traded him away right before he got hurt. So I love him.
Can I ask who that person put in that sun hat?
You don't like my hat, Snacks?
No, I think you just look like shit.
Come on now. This is the summertime beer out on the patio hat. This is my happy hat.
All right. Well, it's 50 degrees here in Jersey, so
How cold is it in Chicago, Mike?
I'll be real with you. I actually haven't stepped outside once today.
Chris, where are you that you're not in Florida?
And I've just been like alligator arm working.
Danny.
It's 48 in Chicago right now. I'm in my living room.
Oh, so
it's
you are
48 outside.
So you guys got to meet up.
Wait, you're in Chicago? Where you at?
Yeah, Logan Square, man. Right off Fullerton.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll make it happen, man.
Yeah.
Have
you found any Giants bars out here?
I have not been to, because the big one is the one in Roscoe. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Shoot, I can't think of the
Haven't
name.
been able to find any.
No, there is one. Hold up a sec. I'm gonna pull it up. But the one I go to Hopsmith because they just I hop in there and they just put on whatever game I want. I'm in Old Town.
Okay. Yeah, we got to find one. I've been looking for them. Snacks. This is my Wes hat. This is like a very Wes.
Yeah, that's
hat.
Yeah, all right. So I'm sure when you bought that online, it arrived late, just like Wes does.
So all right. So what are we doing with our? Oh shit! We traded up.
What?
We're next. We gotta go on Twitter.
Yo, who is it?
Is it Hyatt? Hyatt here?
It's got to be, right?
Looked up. We're next. All right,
What
Twitter,
about my
help us out.
Wait, it says Cardinals pick is in. Oh, NYG. What the fuck? Sorry.
No, we embrace
saying it. I mean,
we embrace cursing. It's okay.
All right. Well, good because
I do anyway.
Here we
really
go. Wow, we're gonna have
man.
Snacks, Chris, and Johnny for the Giants pick. So, chat, tell us what the trade was because we were supposed to go to 89.
89 and 128 to the Rams for 73.
73.
Okay, that means we're definitely getting a wide receiver we want. Who we getting?
Hyatt.
Hyatt. Has to be Hyatt, right?
Has to be. It's the only thing I could think of.
Look at us. Look at us. I feel like Paul Rudd.
Look at us.
Look at us, man. Who would have thought?
Ronan tweeted about that earlier. That if the board fell, that they would.
Yeah, he
be
mentioned
aggressive
it. It
and
was
move up.
kind of like the like it was like thrown away of like at the end of the press conference, or that was how the Giants cut it at the end of their interview.
Shane, very aggressive. He said he was going to be.
Yeah, he wasn't kidding.
General manager.
I think I don't know if it was just somebody tweeted out like we had so many picks, and this is what they're for.
Right?
Yeah.
No, I've been saying that for months. I've been saying that for months. So
Yo, speaking of which, Snacks, Pennick is the freaking man, dude.
I hate him.
yeah, don't blow up his head like that.
I'm sorry, I love that dude, man.
Snacks.
We have to live with him. So
Yo,
Snacks,
by the way,
please.
how did I not meet you at the tailgate, Dan? I mean, if
I unfortunately wasn't. I wasn't at the Colts game. That's why.
Dude, that
Please
was like-
bring back Bleeding Blue Snacks, please.
I've been trying, but somebody's a scumbag.
All I'm gonna say is we pay Justin off and we bring it on to Rush because I've been trying to think of ideas to bring a history pod to Rush. So we got to talk.
There could be a nice collaboration there.
You just got to buy the rights.
Yeah, I
That's
got to buy
all.
the rights from Justin.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
You're gonna charge a
'Cause
penny.
it is his baby.
Oh, come on, Cardinals. Hurry up.
Yeah, the Cardinals are taking their sweet time.
Literally, the pick has been in for like 15 minutes now.
I know. They are saying Hyatt. I mean, we'll find out if that's for sure, but
But guys, are you a little scared then if Hyatt was dropping this far and everybody passed on him and now the Giants?
All
got
right.
him?
Well, everybody, phones away. Let's be surprised. Let's be surprised.
no.
Yeah, I like
We're all hearing this at the
surprise.
same time, Stan. That's the problem. Dan's hearing this a year in the future. I'm listening.
No.
to
I swear on everything holy to me. I'll mute it. I want to be surprised.
I do too.
Yeah, I
Danny, Nikki, shush.
I'll wait.
No.
I won't say anything.
Respectfully. I know it's your show. It's your guys' show.
Oh, I saw a rumor. I'm not saying anything.
All right, let's see. Pick is in.
Hold up, I'm watching the Cardinals draft.
You're
Yeah,
you're
me too.
really delayed.
I'm watching the Cardinals 2017.
We have Peter
Cardinals
Frager.
took Garrett Williams, so they took
Yeah.
a corner.
Wait, hold on. Mike and Chris. Do you guys enjoy the casserole pizza you eat, or?
All right.
God. I've had deep dish when I went to Chicago.
All right, picks in.
No, don't shush me. Deep
Wait,
dish is not
wait.
good.
Picks in.
We'll talk about deep dish. Who is
We
it?
already know who they picked. Oh my
No,
God.
you do because you looked.
I don't know yet.
It's not that hard
Oh,
to figure out.
comment section already gave it away.
Jalen Hyatt. Let's go.
All right.
Nice.
We did a good draft. We got
Nice.
our center. We got our wide receiver. Let's go.
I like this a lot.
Now we can all go to bed. The Giants don't pick.
Yeah,
them
are we
up
done
till
now?
late until tomorrow.
I like this a lot. Snacks, to answer your question, if my wife was in here right now, she would have words for you. But I am not from here. You gave her a kiss on the cheek. You and her are like this apparently at this point. She loves the deep dish. I like deep dish too, but it's not pizza. It's its own thing.
Daniel Jones gets his deep threat. Let's go.
She likes gingers, Chris.
I love it.
All right, Danny, we're talking about pizza. Enough. Like,
Chicago
come
people
on.
don't
God.
really
Jalen Hyatt is a New
New
York
York
football
get it
giant.
that often. The thing is, like their pride and joy is the Italian beef.
Yeah, the beefs are incredible,
And
and
they're
the
better
hot
than
dogs too.
cheesesteaks. I will say that they're better than Philly cheesesteaks. But the pizza, like they're not trying out here.
Look at that crew. Look at that. Look how happy Kafka is. Let's go.
Yeah, we got to talk about football. We're a Giants podcast, damn it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I had
we
to get
just
it
made
in
our
there. I had
pick.
to get it in.
Look at Joe Shane. Like I love Dave. Dave's just wearing a giant hoodie. He's my guy. He's my
I'm worried now.
wild
Why
card.
is he? Why
Look at that. Daniel Jones, Saquon, Hyatt, Wandell, and Darren Waller. Let's go.
It's exciting.
Inside, independent outsider, just sobered up.
Let's
That's a
go,
shame.
guys. And the Italian beef is good. I never had the Chicago Italian beef, but if you live in Brooklyn, Brennan Cars is a nice.
We don't talk about Brooklyn.
NFL Network just compared him to Will Fuller. If anybody cares.
Oh no,
I mean, if he's
that's probably why you fell to the third round.
If he's
I would take a healthy Will Fuller.
Yeah, in the third, absolutely.
Yeah, third for sure. Notre Dame great. Will Fuller, by the way.
Yo, I'm not gonna
good,
lie.
man.
It does kinda
I'm
seem
amped
like,
up, man.
it does kind of seem like Joe Shane does go off of like a public mock draft. You know what I'm saying? He's like, who the hell is saying that guy?
I mean, last year he surprised us all.
Cedric Tillman, wow, Tennessee wide receivers back to back.
There you go.
Man, they had a track team last couple years, man. Well, that's how you beat Alabama and those guys. Man, imagine if Hooker didn't get hurt last year, they would have had a shot at making the playoffs.
Oh,
Did Duggan have him mocked in the third because he had the first two? Right.
Honestly,
He had
I
Banks
don't
and
recall.
JMS.
Do not know.
They're running the feel good campaign on Hyatt right now.
That's good. Nice. All right, that's huge, man. Tonight was a success. So I'm amped up, man.
So far until we
now the rest of the draft. What are we thinking? What are we thinking?
Now
Well,
you
they don't have a
just, you shore up the interior line. You get more interior offensive linemen. I'd like a linebacker, another defensive back. Offensively, like skill position wise, I think we're set. Maybe a running back later on, but
I think a running back in the later rounds can't hurt. We definitely need him. That's
Right.
for sure.
right.
So
'Cause we didn't sign. Did we sign a running back this
not
offseason?
yet. Oh, we just re-signed what's his face, and we're obviously
Breda?
Breda's back, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the same backfield as last year.
Right.
I'll tell you what, though, we have a lot of inside linebackers on the board still. A lot.
Right. No, I think that's a must. That's a must tomorrow if we don't trade back tonight.
What was the final compensation? It was a fourth and a what?
It was.
I gotta look.
89 and 128.
Oh, so we don't pick until the fifth round.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
do
right.
we even pick then? Oh, yeah, we got
No,
one.
we got rid of our fifth round pick.
No, we have
Right.
a compensatory.
Oh, the Evan Ingram. That's right. You're right. That was the Ingram.
I would like some defensive line.
Yeah, no, we need that too.
Maybe a safety.
The board's wide open, like what I've been saying. So
Hey guys, look, we're gonna cycle on to our last guest here.
Sounds good.
Thank you guys. I love you. I love all three of you. Thanks for coming
Thanks,
on.
guys.
Thank you for having us, guys.
It was fun.
I'll talk to you
Well,
both
I'll hit you
after.
up about Chicago. All right, man. Let's go out and grab some beers.
Sounds good, man.
All
See ya.
Right, Chris is a good time.
Yay!
Sean, Joker,
Look
what's
who's
up?
here.
Let's
All
go.
right.
Sean, are you amped up? Great night
Dude,
for the New
I
York
brought.
Giants.
Listen, I brought good luck. I entered into the background here. They trade get
Yeah.
Jalen Hyatt. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, beat it, brother. How you
You're
doing?
good luck. You're good luck for us.
Seriously, right when I get on the screen here, that I see the trade happen to get Hyatt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Good thing
chat.
I looked, man. Good thing I looked. I'm like, oh, NYG. I'm like, oh, well, all right.
Yep. I'm in a group chat with people on Twitter, and we were talking about it. We were talking about when they took JMS, and then we're like, all right, well, they're going to trade up to get Mims, and then Mims went. And they're like, all right, well, Hyatt's still there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm pumped, man. What a draft so far. Shane killing it.
really
nobody
is.
can. We know how Giants Twitter is, but nobody complain. Nobody can complain
No,
right now.
tonight you can't. You can't tonight.
I will say,
aggressive, and I
I'm going
like
to say, I am a little like I do want to know why Hyatt dropped.
Yeah, I want to know
think
why
because he-
Hyatt dropped and why Downs hasn't been drafted yet.
I
The
think
guy you wanted Spartan 3 hours ago.
I did, but maybe I was just completely wrong and terrible.
Maybe they just think he's a slot. I possibly, but I don't know.
Downs probably because of his speed. He only ran a 4.5, so that might scare people.
all right.
He's 5'10.
See,
so maybe,
this is what I don't get. 4.5 is still really good, so I don't get the.
well, the problem is now you have corners that are running 4.3.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Oh.
I mean, the speed of the game is just picking up so immensely.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, it doesn't mean he's not going to be good. I'm not saying that, but when you
Right.
talk about what thing, I think Hyatt dropped because he's not a good route runner. That's in today's NFL, you want good route runners, but in the Giants scheme now, they got other guys that are route runners. Now they have a guy that's over the top and a guy that can catch the ball over the top, if you know what I'm saying.
We need that.
No, I feel you.
Yeah. So.
Well, we'll see, man. I mean, I'm very excited. I mean, if you just looked at the pure grades, if you told me we'd walk away with, 3 legit day one starters, that's all I could ask. I was hoping for 2. I mean, 2 was a kind of the no-brainer, but if we can get 3 at impact positions that we needed,
Amen, Mark. Amen, Mark.
Yeah, and here's the thing that I'll say. I was I know a lot of people wanted wide receiver in that second round, but I don't think a lot of people realize is how valuable the center position is in the NFL. So getting a true center who's not a converted guard or tackle playing center, that is huge because they're going to help with the protection. They're going to help with run slide blocking and all of that. That's going to help Jones out and Barkley out so much more. I mean, if they figure it out with Barkley, but just having a true center, man, I can't tell you, it's so nice to have a true center again. I mean, you guys remember, back in the days when we had good centers, O'Hara, and it makes a huge difference with that whole line. And then
Really?
Banks, man, holy cow! How pumped you guys are for Banks?
No, I'm really pumped with Banks. Now that we got what we exactly needed, now it's coming all together, and I really don't see why people are going to be complaining about this draft so far. I think we've gone 3 for 3 of all 3 needs of what we have to become a contender. So I'm really pumped right now.
I can't complain one bit.
No.
Right.
If anyone complains, just I'm taking their fan card away. I'm unfollowing you. If you complain, I'm
Right?
done with you.
Exactly.
Shut the F up already. I'm so
Right?
sick.
Everybody complains, they're getting the mute button. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, it's shut up with the complaining constantly.
And I don't care about the draft picks given up or all that because there's no way they're going to use all 10 in this draft. And for what they got to use it, it makes sense. With everybody they signed in free agency, they weren't going to use all 11 picks. They can't afford it. And they got guys who are going to make this team better. So combined with the draft and what they did in free agency, this team has gotten exponentially better talent-wise from last year's team. It's crazy.
That's why I'm optimistic. I think that they can definitely make the playoffs again this year.
I think so.
It's going to be so much better, and they have more talent, and they are being super aggressive in this draft, and I like it. God, we haven't seen
All right,
this
so
in a
maybe
long
my
time.
7 and 9 take might be a little higher.
Your 7-9 take is so pessimistic.
Yeah, that is pretty pessimistic one. I mean, I would have thought like at least like around where we were last year.
9, 10.
Dan's just coming in here.
No, I said 9 and 7.
Go ahead.
Yeah. See, I didn't look at the schedule yet. I haven't done that yet. But I will say this, guys. I didn't get all the wins and losses correct, but I did have the win total correct for last year's season.
Me too.
I did get that right with that. There was
That
a
is
couple
pretty
wins
impressive.
on here, yeah. So I'll look at the schedule this to say it looks, but coaching makes a huge difference. Like we actually have coaches.
Yeah.
Like, like it's amazing. Just with that lack of talent last year and what they were able to do, like now you're going to add talent to that coaching staff. And I love Wink's reaction, like getting his guy. Like Wink clearly knows cornerbacks,
He was so happy. You guys saw that video? Like he was.
Yeah.
So
I was twerking at the end of it. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah.
He was what?
Twerking. I said he was twerking.
Oh.
So might as well. It's almost 10 o'clock. Me and Nikki, and I don't know where you live, Sean, in the East Coast. It's almost 10 o'clock. Thank you for stopping by New York Giants Rush. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe to all our pages. We have a link tree. I'll tweet that out later tonight. Be sure to check out all of our articles. We're all supposed to write an article for all the draft picks so far. But if we keep on trading, I might not have to make a pick. So I'm kind of hoping maybe we just do 4 draft picks. But all jokes aside, thank you for everybody that's been coming on, who's in the chat. You guys are going strong with us. So we greatly appreciate that. Nikki this week is going to be sleeping at MetLife Stadium with the wives of Joe Shane and Brian Dable and wonderful other ladies. So be sure to help her out with that. It's going to be fun. She's hopefully going to do some fun contact. We're going to see her the next morning with her makeup down to her chin.
I am not going on camera the next morning, so just don't even.
I think for
the
shock value, would be.
Yeah,
great.
I mean, I think like the mascara will be like, the eyelashes will just be off, and all that good stuff. But guys, please consider making a donation if you would be so kind. We are up to $875. My goal for the MetLife Sleep Out is $2,000. So the link is pinned to my Twitter page, and my Instagram page is also on Facebook, and on my stories for Instagram and Facebook. You can just click the link and donate if it's $5, $10, $15. So I'd really want to get to my $2,000 goal. I know it's short notice, but you guys rock as fans, and you guys rock as Giants fans. So I think we can do it, right? I think we can get $2,000. Yeah.
And we're gonna plug it Thursday night, Monday night on Giants Rush, and then of course on Wednesday nights we have Nikki and Spartan Mike on Rush Hour. So we got a lot cooking, we got a lot brewing in the backgrounds of New York Giants Rush.
We got 3 day 1 starters, man.
Yeah,
that's been huge.
Great. I'm glad I got on when I did. I was supposed to be scheduled for later, so
yeah, we tried rushing through. First of all, I mean the pick's over for us now, but it's a long night. It's a long night doing this, but we just appreciate you coming on early and everything like that. I would have tried to ping you if you didn't hop on yet.
I'm trying to get Craig on. He's been texting me pick by pick as if I'm not watching it on TV.
I'm watching on TV too. Maybe we're behind.
No, we're not. We're not. He's just being nice about sending me the picks. So, Craig, I know you're watching. Come on. There's no reason not to come on.
Yeah, I got to get him on. I've yet to be on with this. My second or third year doing this. And unfortunately, because of work schedule, I can't get on the first night. Not that I'm disappointed being with you guys. Don't take it wrong. I love you.
So everybody, tweet Craig, come on the show, and he'll
yeah, let's go, Craig.
Peer pressure him.
Let's go.
Hold on. Let me grab the donation page.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, Josh Downs finally went. He went to the Colts, by the way, Spartan.
He went to the Colts. Okay.
Well, his career's going to die.
Well, no, they got what's-his-face, Richardson, so that's going to be fun.
That's going to be.
And I had forgotten, too, they signed Gardner Minshew.
Oh, there you go. He's such a pro's pro. Yeah. I like Gardner Minshew.
So I'm thinking he'll probably they'll battle it out, but I'm guessing he's probably the stopgap for Richardson. I don't know. I don't know if Richardson's going to start day one. Be interesting to see for sure. But
Now, real quick, Sean, you live in Florida, right? You're not in New York?
Correct. I live in Florida now. Yeah. New
Gotcha.
York originally.
Yeah, I would have figured. But I mean, like, did you go to the Jaguars game last year?
No, I didn't. But every time they've come down to Tampa, because I live in the Tampa area, because
Okay.
Jaguars is like 6 hours from me.
Okay. I heard we get big showing in Tampa.
Oh yeah, I went the last time. Well, 2 times ago because they played last year on Monday night. But the Daniel Jones first start and win, I was at that, and that was fun. I actually sat in front of the Evan Ingram family. Thank God he didn't suck that game. That was the game he had like a 70-yard touchdown. I was like, oh yeah, I love you, Evan. Let's go. Thank God. He picked the right game for me to. He picked the right game for me to. Be
I was
sitting
at that
behind
game
his
too.
family.
My folks came down. So I've been in Florida for 9 years now. I've been to every Giants game where they've come to Tampa. I'm trying to see if I can make Miami work this year because it's
Well,
only
that's right.
like,
We're in Miami this year.
yeah, it's only like 3.5 hours. So I'd love to go.
Oh yeah,
that happened.
Yeah, I would. That would be a lot of fun, right? Stay in Fort Lauderdale or something like that, and then go to the game.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's do it. Rush trip. Let's go.
Yeah,
I would
like
like it. And
the
then
thing
we'll
with
go to
me,
Barbados right after.
my
Listen.
in-laws have a condo in Clearwater, so Tampa is beautiful for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, you guys make a trip. You all come down. You're all welcome. We'll all go to a game. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, next time they play Tampa, I'm hopefully going to be down because I have the condo down there. So
You don't have
Okay.
to twist my arm.
Right. Well, Nicky and Spartan, if you can make Miami work, you let me know.
I'll let you know. I got my wedding's coming up.
yeah,
he's
in jail for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Jesus, what I was gonna say was if it happens in December, that would be preferable because I can get my. It's not around the wedding planning or the trip that I'm gonna take, but yeah, I guess what Dan said.
Wait, hold on. I'm talking about you're getting married during football season?
Yeah, first of all, come
Wait a
on.
minute. Come on, Spartan. Come on.
Hey, my
Hold on,
fiance.
is it a Friday? I got married on a Friday. It was Black
It's-
Friday, and it was during football season, so
It's
I
a
love
Saturday. This is why I love my fiance.
Who's Michigan State bye week?
It was. My fiance said I would love to do a bye week so that all of your groomsmen aren't standing near, and her bridesmaids for that matter, because they're all Michigan State grads too, aren't standing near the TV. MSU, we booked this place 2 years ago. MSU changed the schedule. The Big Ten Conference readjusted, and now they play Iowa.
Oh,
which is-
okay. Of all the games you could.
We play in Iowa. I'm sorry. When you play Iowa at home, yeah, they're just like any other team. When you play Iowa at Iowa, you're not winning.
Yeah, so you're not missing much. You're fine. You're good. That's
You're
okay.
right. Exactly. We're gonna get blown to smithereens.
Yeah, and it's not a Sunday, so that's good. So all right, there's some positives there.
Right.
There's some positives. I'll retract my statement.
I'll fly down to Miami the next day.
Yeah.
Right. There
Or
you
a
go.
night flight, just leave at 11.
I mean, that's a honeymoon right there, right? Going to
you go.
Giants game for a honeymoon in Miami.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, my fiance might have something to say about that.
And then you can fly out to whatever tropical destination you want to go
Yes.
to from Miami. See?
Honestly, it doesn't sound too. Maybe if it's a Monday night football game, that would be something to consider. That would be ideal. If it's like
Yeah.
the Monday after, that would be perfect.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I definitely want to try to go because I don't get to see him that much. So if I can make Miami work, I'm gonna try to
For
make it
sure.
work
For sure.
like that. So
When do we know when the schedule gets released?
In
Yeah,
May
May.
12th, around that
Oh, May
ballpark.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So
when
yes.
I get to pick my life away and figure out which game I'm going to and which game I'm not going to. It's gonna be fun. The Jet game. My friend from Florida is supposed to come up, who's a big Jet fan, so that's gonna be interesting now. Peter,
So
thanks.
I want to show one thing off if I can.
Go for it.
Yeah.
So do you see that? So that's
Yeah,
my whole
that's-
Giants area.
Giant stadium seat.
Nice.
That
That's
is
nice.
a stadium seat with Taylor's number on it.
Oh, so you got a 56. Cool.
Yep.
Very nice, Sean. Very nice.
That's
Yep.
really cool.
Yep. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of.
Oh.
I got a Taylor signed helmet over there, a
Nice.
replica Super Bowl trophy with Taylor's picture on it, his signature. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, whenever I move get a bigger place, I have a big giant man cave hopefully coming because I have a lot of collectibles as well.
Yeah. So this is actually.
So what's your favorite Lawrence Taylor collectibles since we're on that discussion?
Ooh. Well, I would think I'm gonna give it a tie. So I'm gonna grab the other one, but the jersey.
for it.
the autographed jersey.
Nice.
And then this one here.
Look at that chair. Chair's nice too.
Right. So this is my home office. So I got to make it good for my home office.
Yeah. All right.
This is my other prized possession.
Nice.
Oh, I like
very
that.
nice, Sean. Very nice.
Yep.
You're bringing it.
Yep.
That's badass, man.
Yeah, I give a shout out to my family. These are all been Christmas gifts from my family.
Yeah, no, my wife takes care of me too.
Yep,
I have
yep.
2 Eli Manning dual autographs that I absolutely love. Her first year, she had to impress me for my birthday gift, and she got me an Eli and Peyton dual autograph MVP collage of both of them signing it. That's definitely my prize.
That's cool.
That's definitely my prize possession. And then another year was she got all 3 Super Bowl MVPs. So I want them to win another Super Bowl, but for that piece alone, I don't. But I definitely need another Super Bowl because it has Phil Simms, OJ, and then of course Eli with the last 2. So it's really cool. Yeah. And
Nice.
then there's another one. There's a bunch of others. Yeah. I had a decent collection a couple years ago. I used to go nuts in buying, and then I started this year. I know people buy jerseys of like the first round draft picks.
Mm-hmm.
The last couple of years, I started buying cards that the players sign with their autographs on the card. So I just go on eBay and pick them up. I started like 2 years ago, and then I went on eBay, got Jones, and I got Saquon, and then I basically have everybody but DeAndre Baker. So if anybody has an autographed DeAndre Baker card, I know a couple people do for cheap. Let me know, I'll buy it. So I have everybody from 2018 drafts. Oh, well, the first round draft pick. So tonight, this year I have to get a Banks card. So,
yeah. And I don't know if you guys saw this too, but it's the Tecmo Bowl.
there we go. Yeah, I was gonna mention that, the GIA. Nice.
Yep. That's Tecmo Bowl. That's
Nice.
all.
Yeah. I remember playing that on Game Boy. I was old enough to play Tecmo Bowl. I think I bought it like half price on the original Game Boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I stopped buying jerseys because now nobody stays around like they used to.
Yeah, I used to be.
I only get them
too.
if they're classics. I really don't wear.
I go the throwbacks if I have to. But now I went the personalized jersey. So I went with a Giants jersey with my college football number and then my name on the back because I'm like, well, I know I'm not leaving the team. So
There we go.
There we go, Independent Insider. As long as you got that poker chip, give it to me.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, one of my friends has it on. I just haven't. I'm sure he could just give it to me for free because he has probably both of them. But yeah, for sure.
DeAndre Baker, there's a memory we can forget.
Yeah, that was such a bad move. And then everybody's like, why did we draft him? And then we found out a year later, oh, that was a bad pickup.
Yeah. You know what I like, and I don't know if this has been covered yet, but what I really appreciate is nobody knows what the Giants were doing. So we didn't get jumped by anybody for guys they wanted. We actually were aggressive. Like nobody in the media really had any idea. So there's no leaks anymore right now. And I love it. I love not knowing who they're going to do and all that. So that's it's just a breath of fresh air of how things are being run right now. It's been a long time since a competent GM has been doing things.
Well, it's just like
nice,
we're not
isn't
left scratching our head anymore. Like all these picks tonight is like like no-brainer picks, right? Now, granted, GMs know what they're doing better than us, but like how many times did Gettleman take a guy that we thought was going to be a bust and turned out to be one?
Chizzy Spears from Tulane got picked by Titans.
Wow.
I know a lot of running back. I know a lot of people liked him as a running back.
He was phenomenal. And there's another program that had a really unbelievable year last year.
Yeah, big turnaround, right?
Yep.
They had like one win last year, 2 years ago, and then they made it to a bowl game.
I think they beat USC. No,
right? That's right. You're right. I think they beat SC. You're right.
And as a former running back, I was really listen. I'm old school. I said this, but seeing 2 running backs go in the top 12,
pretty wild, man. Imagine if
love for the running backs again. Gotta love it.
Certain people on Giants Twitter would have a heart attack, but
it was out there for sure. But I mean, here's the thing: when you look at it, like it's one thing to draft a running back, it's another thing to draft an actual weapon. Like Bijan and Gibbs, in my opinion, were very close to each other. Both guys that can take the top off, they can screen pass, whatever, they can do some great things. So adding weapons, you can't go wrong with adding weapons.
No, can't complain one bit.
No.
Yeah. But again, just as a former running back, I love to show running backs love because they don't get much anymore.
It's true.
I'm with you. They're not getting paid much anymore.
No.
Well,
Although I'd love to see just football in general go up with higher pay scale and how they can make that work. Because, I mean, compared to other sports, like it's ridiculous. And what they put on the line, like it's crazy. So, but anyway, Spartan's yawning there. He's ready for bed.
I think we're going to shut down the show at this point in time.
Yeah.
Sean, look, thank you so much for coming
Best
on.
for last. We had Sean best for last.
That's right.
Appreciate that.
As it should be, right, Sean? As it should be.
Let's
Absolutely.
Nikki, give the rundown of everything.
Give the rundown of everything. Oh my gosh. All right. So, rundown of the Rush Sports platform. Monday night, of course, is New York Giants Rush at 8:00. Wednesday nights is Rush Hour. And it's either me and Spartan, me or Damien, and we just kind of rotate and we'll see what happens. A lot of cool stuff coming up in the off season. And don't forget my last plug for the donation. I put the link in the chat. Spartan put it in the chat. It's on my Twitter, on my Instagram. We have till Thursday, May 4th. If everyone could donate just even a small amount to get me to my $2,000 goal for the sleep out at MetLife Stadium, which is hosted by Brian Dable's wife and Joe Shane's wife for a really good cause. It's Sleep Out Women Unite of New Jersey. So I think that's everything, right? Did I forget anything?
No, you nailed it. Please subscribe to everything we do.
Guys, subscribe. Please subscribe.
No,
What's my
yeah,
Twitter
it
handle?
goes
At Nikki Nick 9384 because I saw somebody ask. So all my social media handles at Nikki Nick 9384.
Yep, right there. Right there.
Right there. There. I'll get it one day. 3 years in podcasting, still can't get the camera right.
So thanks for everybody for coming on. We really appreciate it. We're working
Love you
really
guys.
hard to grow this thing. We got awesome plans in the background. So stay tuned with
it's awesome
that.
you guys do this. Thanks for having me on. It's awesome.
It's an appreciation to everybody that follows us. So we got everyday regular 9-to-5 jobs. So just people listening to us, it's huge. So we
Very
appreciate you guys for checking us out and being supportive as always. So it's a big thanks to everybody.
Awesome. Well, hey, Sean, thank you again, man.
Thanks,
and then real
Sean.
quick, just want to say once again, guys, thanks for sticking with us this whole time. It was a long night, but appreciate your time.
We got what we needed, man. We're 3 for 3 in draft.
Be happy. Be
3
happy.
day one starters, every position we needed. Let's freaking go.
Yeah, we were aggressive. We got what we needed. Everybody be happy and stop complaining.
Everyone be happy, shut up, and stop complaining. Thank you for stopping by.
Peace. Bye.